All right, guys. So made it here live to the Capitol Hill, occupied. The CHAZ. They're calling it CHAZ. Like I said, there's been feedback about that name. The autonomous zone is something that a lot of the group leaders from last night were saying they didn't want to go with. They didn't feel comfortable with the terminology behind it because it's more of a protesting location, an occupation of the people, if you will. So the CHOP, I think, Capitol Hill occupied by the people, whatever. So we're just going to go ahead and cruise through here. We're going to talk to some businesses. We're going to talk to some people. We're just going to kind of get an idea of what's going down with the temperature of the event as it is right now. There's been a lot of misconceptions in the media about what's going on Capitol Hill here, about this entire area, about it being run by anarchists, socialist revolutionaries. And while everyone's got their own agenda, I believe that the general temperature of the overall group is one of a healthy stance. It's one of a peaceful stance, and as it is right now, people are doing their best to push a message out that's one of peace and of growth and understanding. We had a video with you can't see it right now. We'll talk to some of the people at the entrances where they were saying there's armed guards with AK-47s that are checking ID and making sure that people don't have their Antifa paperwork on them and documents or whatever. But so anyway, so me and Brandon here are going to be cruising and chatting with folks. So stick with us. We're going to keep it live for as long as the batteries will hold up or until something else happens. And if you guys want to go live and you're looking to jump on, put in the request. I'm going to be on the other side of the camera here, so I'll have Brandon shout at me and let me know what's going on. And then if it turns out that we got an opportunity to put you on, you got questions you want to ask me, or if you have questions maybe for somebody that I'm talking to and you want to get on with them, definitely go ahead and jump on and ask me questions. So open format. Like I said, I don't have any answers. I'm just looking to be some of the we're trying to be the eyes, ears, and hopefully we'll pick up some of the mouths of this group and give people an idea of what's really going on. Shut Hannity up for a minute, which in any opportunity is fantastic to do. So I'm going to give the camera back to Brandon here, and we're going to go ahead and just start cruising and chatting with people.
You want to flip it around?
No, you're good. You can. Is that how you do it?
Yeah. There we
All right,
go.
cool.
All right,
Here we go.
let's go.
And off we go. So we're going to have to get used to this whole microphone in hand, and people just automatically assume that I'm like Ted Koppel or something like that. I'm like, Walter Cronkite. But it's cool. You can look at it. So they got, this is like one of the kiddie boards here they have for, like they have kids, they have chalk set up. I mean, so it starts off like this, right? Like, and then you get into more of like the developed areas where you've got people that are like, like doing chalk writings. People can do their own thing. But, if you look around, you'll see a lot of spray paint, though. There's a lot of graffiti going on. A lot of people that are like putting their mark on buildings, on sidewalks. That, I mean, in my opinion, I'm not cool with. I don't really appreciate that. I think it's sad that they're defacing public property and private property. But then you've got a lot of areas where it's okay. People are able to do their own thing, leave their mark. And you'll see that as we get going here. A lot of really cool graffiti art, a lot of messages that are put on boards, but a lot of it's done. If you look back here at Numos, you can kind of see how it's already boarded up. And on there, you can see there's some graffiti art. And then there's a lot of mural art. There's tons of artists up here. If you can see as we get up here, the Black Lives Matter in the road is one of the more, I think, more creative ways that it's been done, personally. Because the ones you've seen, like in D.C., are great, and it's awesome to put that message out. But this one here, they've done every letter has got its own mural art put to it. So what's going on, guys? What are you doing here? What's going on? You mind if I say hi? We're just doing a live feed here. We're just trying to kind of shine a light on what's really happening. If you look at anything on like Fox News and whatnot, how they have burning buildings and children with machine guns running around. So we're trying to shine a light on what's really happening.
All I see is that with no cops, there is no violence. So that's all I got to say.
No cops, no violence.
Qualified voice to talk right now. So
second to me. What about you? What are you doing here?
I'd rather not talk if it's all the same.
That's a totally legit way to go about it, man. Hey, you guys enjoy, all right?
Yeah, you too.
How you doing?
Hi.
Hey. But check it out. So, all right, if you look up on this building right here, too, last night, like, there was a lineup of people to get on the building. Granted, I don't know what was happening up there, but there's like a rooftop party that was going down, apparently. I don't know. But you can check out, like, the art. So, I said art. There's a lot of graffiti through here. This is one that's pretty dope. It was a Kurt Cobain mural that I believe was here before. Anyway, we'll look at the art later. But if you look across the street over here, that's kind of like where it starts. The theme is no cops on the block. And that's what people are pushing right now, is they just want to see what will happen when they take the police out of the area and let the people run the area for the people. So you've got a lot of, so what we're going to be moving up on right now is a medic tent. I don't believe they're really cool on being filmed. I don't know why, but they've got some issues with anonymity with the medics. So we're just going to kind of cruise in here and see what's going on. But as you can see, real fast, follow me this way real quick. Rancho Bravo Tacos here, open for business. And if you look in here, one of the things I want to point out is you're not going to see guys with flak jackets and AK-47s holding the joint up for extortion money to operate their business. So you just see a lot of cool people in here just getting some tacos, drinking a beer. I mean, if nothing else, it's more laid back now than it has been for a while. You just got a lot more opportunity for people to just chill and do their thing, right? Like, and it's not at all what people are putting it out to be. There's no crazy Antifa guys going in here. Look, they even got the drive-thru open. You can walk up to it, see if anyone's in here to say hi to. What's going on here? Nope, normal people. Everyone's doing their own thing. No AK-47s in there. No one's getting extorted for money. It's not a crazy situation of people that are being, terrorized by socialist revolutionaries. Okay, yeah. So Brandon was just saying, so we're heading out to the main road out here, and these are the kind of barricades you see, like this kind of stuff right here, which is, I mean, obviously not barricaded much in the parking lot, but it's more or less just a place for people to go and express their art, the way they feel. Some more direct, F12. You've seen that all over the nation, all over the world now. You've seen that. But if you look over here real quick, take a peek over here real fast at the other side of this barricade. It's kind of where things will start. You've got the Black Lives Matter starts, and it runs all the way up the block here. And every letter, we'll take a look at it, is done different. So it's pretty dope. It's pretty cool, in my opinion.
It says you're wearing a Canadian tuxedo.
That's probably Steve. No? Right on, John. It's a cool dog. All right, let's go talk to some more people. No, you're good. No, you're all right. I'm going to say, hey, seriously though, if you guys want to come on live and you got some questions, put in the request. That'll pop up. I'll let Brandon go ahead and field that. I don't know how it's going to look on that side of the camera. What's up? Invite? No, those are just people that are watching. All right, cool. So let's take a look out on the street here. So right over here, like I said, you got the whole Black Lives Matter running right down through here. Even cool stuff like this. Like, if you're ever trying to make a point, like, okay, think about like when you're in school, right? Little kids in the blackboard, right? You had to write out a statement over and over again until you got it right. You know what I'm talking about? Right there, that's what it is. Like, if you ever want to get a point across, write it out 5,000 times in the street. Hopefully people will figure it out, right? Black Lives Matter. What's going on, fellas? How you doing? Hey, you want to talk real quick? Yeah, okay, let's go. You don't have to. You're all right. Yeah, we're just out here. We're doing a live stream right now and putting out some material for the news channels, kind of getting an idea of what's really going on up here on Capitol Hill. I don't know if you saw a lot what's happening with like Fox News, and they're painting it out like the buildings are on fire and anarchists are running this place with machine guns and extorting people at gunpoint. But what are you doing out here?
No, none of that is happening. This is peaceful. We all are peaceful, just peaceful protesting.
Yeah.
This is the people's zone now. Like sometimes people gotta take control of themselves. I mean, nothing is happening. Nobody's doing anything to anyone else. It's peaceful. Why do you need police if it's peaceful like this?
Yeah.
Nothing's happening.
Right.
Have you seen anything happen? Has somebody gotten knocked out? No.
Yeah.
So
It's really good.
that's how it's supposed to be, autonomous zone. That's why they called it.
Right. Thank you very much. There you go. So that's an idea of what people are doing right now. Like I said, you're going to find people from all over. There's a gentleman last night who was here from LA. He got here probably 30 minutes before the rally. I saw him talking to some folks up here. We're going to head up to the 12th precinct, which I know a lot of people are talking about being taken over. It's not a takeover. It's boarded up and it's been evacuated. So there's no one actually occupying the 12th precinct right now. There's no body occupying the 12th precinct. It's empty, right? Well, I mean, it's got some stuff going. So come with me this way. Let's go and talk. Yeah, Brandon was just saying there's all sorts of different kinds of people here from all over. You know, I mean, does this look like people that are out here like extorting people with guns?
Last time we heard about a guy driving in from LA.
That's what I was just saying. There's a guy from LA. So this is like a rooftop where people were up there partying last night, apparently.
And a garbage can going up there.
But yeah, I'm gonna go over here. So what we're coming up on over here is called the No Cop Co-op, and what that was last night, we figured out was a donation location for produce, food. They've got water, snacks. Basically, what they're trying to do, they take no money, right? And what they're trying to do is help keep people here, because what they have to do in order for this to maintain is to keep it occupied. So they've set up camping locations for people to actually stay here and camp. And the reason they're doing that is so that people will stay here and camp, because the second they leave, they lose the occupation, right? So, I mean, that's common sense stuff. But the people are actually helping facilitate that. And it's all being done by donations and drop-offs. So if you come over here, we'll go ahead and show you like how that's being done, which is through places like this right here, which is the beginning. Actually, this one right here is just some messages that people have put out, which is pretty cool. This was almost empty last night, which is this board over here is things we've learned, right? And what that is an opportunity for people to just kind of write out some of the messages that they figured out. Let's go take a look at it real quick, see what people got. Oh, that one right there says maybe white folks aren't so bad. That's nice. That'd be a better message to hit the news than the guy from last night that hit the New York Times that said they should donate $10 to every black person via Venmo. It's ridiculous. But yeah, so they're setting up some more art over here. People are going to be doing that. I mean, you're going to see a huge difference between what that is, like that art, and just general graffiti, right? Granted, you're going to see graffiti anywhere. Seattle's a city that's rife with a lot of street art. A lot more of it, obviously, here. You're going to see every street corner, every part of the street is going to be covered with some kind of art right now. So, be it someone's personal expression, mind you, it may not be mine, but you can already hear rattle cans going, you know what I mean? And obviously, that's someone else making their art. So, let's find some more people to talk to here. What about these guys? I'm going to ask them if they're cool with being recorded real fast. Hey, you guys mind if I ask you quick questions?
Yeah, I do.
You do mind? No? You're cool?
I'm done.
I don't know. All we're doing is trying to shine a little light on what's really going on out here. Like,
Okay.
if you see what's happening on Fox News and everything, they're painting it out to be like burning buildings and anarchists that are like running this place.
Obviously not that.
Right.
Yeah.
So tell me about what's happening here.
It just feels like a festival-inspired farmers market to me. But everybody's here with like the same understanding that it's for equality and various forms of social justice and whatnot. It's just kind of like everybody realizing together that parts of the system are broken, like even beyond the police brutality aspect, that just need to be addressed. And I feel like that's why we see it popping up in other parts of the country. Like you hear, I mean, I didn't personally fact check this, but you hear like the Mexico president saying things about legalizing drugs and ending the war on drugs, and things like that are coming out of this, where people are like kind of waking up to maybe a larger scale of thought that most people pay attention to.
Yeah. Good deal, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
I appreciate
what's
going on here.
Thanks for being out here. Appreciate you. Cool. And then you got youngsters here too, man. You mind if we say, hey, do you guys mind if we say hi? Basically, we're just gathering some material here for some of the news channels, kind of like letting people know that it's not a bunch of anarchists with AK-47s that are like checking gates and shaking people down.
Definitely don't look like that.
Did you guys get your IDs checked at the gate?
No, I don't even.
They didn't draw your blood?
Yeah, no.
Oh, you guys lucky. You went through a different.
Blood? No.
I'm going to make it very clear. If ever there looked like some anarchist terrorists, perfect little package of ice cream and 4 foot tall. Where'd you guys get ice cream?
Molly's.
Is that right on the corner here? Oh, were there people in there getting extorted at gunpoint too? There were, yeah. So obviously businesses are being run by gunmen right now, which is terrible. And she sees a drone, right on. Hey, thanks so much. Appreciate it. Take care. That's the kind of stuff we're talking about, man. Like, there's no, like I said, shotgun wielding a-holes that are setting the place on fire. It's cool if you look at. Yep, if you can see some of the art right down here too, which is really cool. Like I said, so this is the tail end of the Black Lives Matter. So there's the E, the R, obviously, the TT. But it runs back, and every one of them has been done a little different, which is super cool. So, hey, here we go. So, let's take a look over here real quick. If you look, so there are going to be some socialists of America, right? Like, that's a part of it. It's all part of the process. So what's happening. It's what's going on. I'm curious. I want to talk to people, see what's going on real fast. See what their idea of what's happening and what's really going down. I think you got to wait in line. I don't know what the rule is here. I don't know if I just got to push. What's going on? So what's happening over here? What's the with this angle of things?
Sure, we've got a couple different petitions here. Am I on mic?
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
No.
No. So we're Seattle Democratic Socialists of America here in solidarity of the movement.
Okay.
We've got these two petitions. This one is a call to defund Seattle Police Department and move funding towards community organizations and community services.
Okay.
This one is a call for Mayor Durkin to resign in response to the handling of everything in the last couple of weeks. And so if you're interested in either of these, you can scan the QR code and pull up the petition.
Okay.
So those are the two main ones we have. And then also for Seattle voters, we've got a tax Amazon petition, and this is to get a petition on the ballot for the fall to tax the largest corporations in the city.
Okay.
Yep.
Let me ask you. So you mentioned something that I haven't heard anybody say yet, which is they're talking about defunding the police a lot, but no one said what to do with those funds. And so you mentioned moving it into some organizations. Could you tell me a little bit about that?
So, I mean, there's a number of different organizations involved, and I mean, you can look at the details of the petitions, but I think basically the idea of defund the police is that there's a lot of services that the police are handling right now related to mental health and drug abuse and things like that,
Sure.
there are specialists in those areas, and so they the call is to reduce funding for the police department and move it into those areas.
Nice. That's great. It's good to have. One of the things I haven't been finding a lot is exit strategies. You know, everyone's talking about what we're doing, but no one's talking about what's going to happen when things start making a change, right? So I did see two things I'm curious that maybe you can tell me about. So Mayor Durkin, I think earlier today, was talking about this being a love fest, right? We might have a summer of love, was a term that was used in response to Hannity. Was going Hannity about, you know, this being just a state of anarchy and complete chaos, and all of the city of Seattle is being run by these terrorists. One of the things they did say was socialist revolutionaries. Being as how you're a part of a socialistic aspect of things, like, what is your take on that? Like that being said, that term. Yeah, he said socialist revolutionaries. Yeah.
Well, DSA in particular is a Big Tent organization, so we have people that have a variety of political persuasions on what needs to happen in this country. I mean, there are people that have that perspective, and there are also people that think that we just need to be focusing on different kinds of projects to support people in their community. And I think that's kind of what brings us together, is a variety of projects to make the economy more responsive to the people that live in it.
Cool.
Yep.
Nice. Thank you very much. Appreciate what you guys are doing. Take care. Thank you. Enjoy. Be safe. So this is part of like the Durkin resign and the defund the police motion. So I'm sure you guys can get online and find that if you're looking to get a part of a petition. There's plenty of them out here. But this is part of the DSA. So you can check them out if you want to get online. You want to get a part of the movement. There it is. So moving up this way, we're going to find, as we get going this way, is the no. Oh yeah. I wanted to show you guys the no cop co-op. What's going on, man?
Right here. Magnificent, man. I'm from the town. I'm dedicated. I'm motivated. 6 cuts, fresh beats and lyrics. Is organic like the planet. I'm only asking for a small donation, whatever you can do, and you'll be pleased with the outcome. Could you be a part of that one good time?
I got no cash on me, man.
I accept card too.
You accept card? Oh, yeah, we'll do that.
Come on, bring it on.
Industrious right here.
You do that, man. Hey, let me get this shit set up for you real quick, man.
So this we're about to Venmo, right?
Yes, Venmo, PayPal, whatever.
No, we're Venmoing. Okay. So from last night. Okay, were you here last night?
Yeah, what?
Did you hear the dude in the park that was talking about Venmoing $10 to someone of color? Gentleman got on the mic last night and said that he needs to go ahead and make every white person send $10 to an African American. He was like, before you leave, you need to give an African American $10 tonight, which I thought was insanity. But it made it to the New York Times, and they were reporting on it today about how that was kind of the theme, which I thought was insane, right? Like, why would I just want to give money away, right? But what we've got going here is my man's making music, he's earning money, doing his thing, and he's on the grind, right? Which is great. So now we can actually Venmo. So New York Times can go to appreciate right now that this is what happens when we're doing that, yeah. Granted, that Swift is only going to charge me $10. I don't know. I might have got myself into a big deal for the low price of $85.
I have Cash App, I got Venmo, I got PayPal, I accept cards, whatever you want to do.
Yeah, man, we'll Venmo. Let's do that.
I got it on your phone, right?
Yeah, my phone's doing a live broadcast right now.
How am I going to do it on my phone?
I don't know.
Sign into your Venmo from here?
We're going to figure out this Venmo thing. Can you, here, we'll send me a request.
Then I'll sign you in.
Oh, you got to sign in. Oh, wait.
I was going to sign you in, then you can sign
Oh, I don't even know how to do that. I could probably I could pause my, there you go, sign in on your Venmo. Send it from yours, right?
Yeah, I know it's kind of sketch, put it into somebody else's phone.
I don't even care, man. I was with a guy in Vegas one time who bought, and I'm going to say this on mic, he bought weed from a dude on the street and he used the cube on top of his card. He was like, I got you. Choop, swiped it. I was like, all right. The square, there it is.
Yeah.
He knows what's going on. You got it?
Sign in.
Oh, man, you got to be signing in things. Okay, here we go. What's my phone number here? 44612. Here, take a mic. Tell them a little about yourself right now.
Oh, man, if I was to tell somebody a little bit about myself, it'd be a whole lot, because I'm a lot. You know what I'm saying? A lot to deal with. I got a lot of words, no filter, you know, and I just do what I want to do. But not a bad way, you know, not in a bad way, you know what I'm saying? It's more of a suave thing, you know what I'm talking about? I do things that other people can't. Through the charisma, through the good energy, and through the words that I use, that I utilize. You know?
So you're from Seattle, yeah?
Yes, I am.
Okay. We're getting there. We're almost there. We're almost there. It's sending a code to my phone right now. You're going to see a pop-up.
Somebody said pay with your turf news card.
That'd be Dan Smith. There you go, Dan. It was Dan Smith, yeah. Hey, did the code pop up on the phone? What? Swipe from the top. Let's check real quick. There we go. Venmo. What's it?
Yeah.
551189. All right.
Am I about to spit something? Should I spit something? Sorry.
All right. There we go. All right. Cool. Boom. There we go. So what's
Suave the Magnificent. SUAVEY.
SUAV.
E.
Oh, wait, I spelled it wrong.
SUAVEY.
Man, why am I all messed up here? SUAVEY.
THE.
THE.
MAG.
G.
NIFICENT.
It's inviting to Venmo. It's inviting you to Venmo, I think. Oh, man, that's inviting. What am I doing? Here we go. Okay, here we go. We're almost there, people. Stay with us. We're good.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah, right. With me, you can expect that. Pay request. All right, here we go. Now we can do it. All right, so we got SU. All right. SUA, Suave, the Meg.
SUAVEY.
SUAVEY? How you say it?
SUAVEY. Suave. That's what you put.
Oh, SUAVEY.
Yes, sir. The Magnificent. For the 15,000th time.
He's clowning on me. It's true though. I'm not very good with this. I got fat fingers too.
Nah, man, he's talented.
Probably the Magnificent. Boom. There we go.
He uses one finger.
All right, cool. There's $20 for you right there. Boom.
Appreciate you, big dog.
For art. There he is. Boom. All right, cool. I don't need a picture. What's that? Okay, fuck no.
Let's get all the way back.
Did it do it?
Come on, please do. Give me your review, man. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate somebody who's really honest. You know, there's always room for improvement.
Absolutely, man. All right, cool. That should go through.
Yes, sir.
I'm
Yes,
gonna go
sir.
ahead and
Put a little side note on there.
make sure.
We just started this, so we got like just
There we go. Okay, there we go.
yeah, yesterday we had like
Whatever. Take a little emoji. Whatever. Okay. Hey, there we go. Boom.
1,200
There you go.
yesterday. Yeah.
All right, cool.
I appreciate you, bro.
We're trying to exploit the
What happened?
Oh, it's a different card, man. We'll get to
Oh
it.
shit.
I switched my cards. That's why I brought this one. All right.
Some more technical difficulties we've
Right.
encountered at this moment. To be
I
continued.
got it though. I got this. We got it. Here we go. Almost. Almost.
Almost there.
It's worth it, people. We got to support art, right?
Most definitely.
One.
And it came from the bottom of my heart.
In the top of my bank account.
That too.
There we go. And
is it an error? No.
we went through.
We went through, ladies and gentlemen. I
mean, keep trying
appreciate
to
you
give me
guys'
this
support.
phone.
And instead of 10, he did the almighty 20. He did 2 times more than what was requested, and I appreciate him.
Good. I know that much.
Most definitely.
My man. Thank you very much. You got it.
Come on, bring it in.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
You
You
good?
have a good one, man.
Looking forward to it.
Yes, sir.
All right. Hold real quick. Hey, this is Nathan right here. You can tell because it says, hello, my name is Nathan. He's handing out free pizza because he's trying to exploit local businesses and steal money from their pockets. Is that what you're doing? No, I'm just kidding, man. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Nah, my man here is just helping keep people with stuffed crust happiness right now. Make sure everyone's got energy to do the protest. And I don't know if you guys can hear me behind me. We got a drum circle going. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. It's a terrible place we're in right now. It's atrocious. So we got. What's that? Oh, right now what we're doing is so I don't know if you had a chance to see anything going on in the news, on like Fox News or anything else like that. CNN, C-SPAN, everything. Like the showcase of what's happening in Capitol Hill has burning buildings, AK-47s, people that are being robbed and extorted, raped, pillaged, and plundered. And it's totally misleading the message of what's happening up here. So what we're doing right now is putting out the live feed, getting people real information of what's going on, and putting together kind of a media package that we're putting off to all the media channels tonight that are going to go ahead and hopefully pick things up. Were you guys here last night at all? Oh, so they had some So everything that's been happening every night, but they had a protest. I mean, some of the speakers in the park right now, unfortunately, they got people that are grabbing onto some messages that are really not worthy of being held onto. So the New York Times had a guy, and I've mentioned a couple times already on this feed, but he got on the mic and he told every white person to raise their hand. And he's like, I'm going to remember your faces. You guys all need to get on Venmo and give a black person $10 before you leave tonight.
Maurice. That was Maurice.
Maurice got some play on the New York Post. I don't know what his name was. I think he was Native American dude. But it was ridiculous. And a lot of African Americans that I talked to were not very happy about it. Like, we don't need you to throw money at us. What we're trying to do is make some change, right? So that's what we're doing. My man right here, I was just buying a CD. So anyway, that's what we're doing out here. How you guys doing? You doing all right? What are you doing out here?
I suppose I can get behind.
I'm trying to talk to you. I was trying to say, no, but
I'll let y'all talk. All right, take care. Let's go. So we're about to go over here to the these are like the no cop co-ops they got going. So this is the actual no cop co-op over here. Hey, real fast, let's get in here and show you this drum circle real fast so you guys see what's going on. Yeah. I don't know, can you see what's going on? I don't know if you can see what's happening. Can you get up? Can you get up and see that?
What we got going on?
One of the cool things that we saw last night was that we had a lot of African American speakers, a lot of people of color that were speaking, but we had a couple groups of people that came through. Here, let's step forward a little bit. Sorry, we're going to slide in on you guys. That came through. They were telling the Native Americans that were talking about the native land that we're standing on right now, actually where it was from before, who it originally belonged to. It's a whole nother range of things to unpack right now that we can't obviously jump into, but I'm going to shut up and let you guys hear what's going on. It's pretty cool.
Step in this space there. We're going to get, feel me? Hear me?
We're going to swing around a little bit. I mean, I don't think they can hear it because the only video or audio that they're getting is out of my microphone right now. So, unfortunately, I don't think they're going to be able to hear what's going on in the drum circle at least. So let's go this way real fast. While that's happening, it'll give us a chance to talk to the folks over here at one of the donation stations. Here, we're going to talk to this young lady. So obviously it's a no cop co-op. All right, cool. What's happening? You mind if we say hi to you real quick? Right on. Oops. Hey. So what's going on over here?
This is the No Cop Co-op, and it's all volunteer ran, and we are giving food and supplies to protesters in the community that are out for the Black Lives Matters movement.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. Now, where did all of this come from?
These are all in-kind donations from the community, and we've been getting some from in person, and then also some from people donating via the mail.
Okay.
And so, like, oops, Amazon.
Careful.
I know.
Great, I got it. I got it. We're good.
Yeah. So yeah, in-kind donations. We do not take monetary donations, unfortunately, but we also take like hot meal food donations, so like pizza or like any kind of takeout, so that we can give it to the community.
Is that where the pizza going through the crowd? Is that where it's coming from over here? Like, are they starting here, then getting? Yeah.
Possibly, yeah.
Possibly.
I think all other tents are also getting
Oh,
pizza. Yeah.
so I saw some over here across the street. Is the same thing? You guys are all. It's not like an organized situation.
Not quite yet, but I think that's the plan, is to organize and have it a little bit more structured. But since everything was pretty fast, everyone just kind of gathered together and just started working. And then as the days progressed, we're starting to figure out a groove and starting to create a more structured system in this zone.
That's awesome. Now, you said that something that's really cool. You said this all came from the community, yeah?
Correct.
So a lot of the things we've been seeing on the news is that the community is under attack by this occupation, right? That this is an anarchist-run terror squad of people that are occupying Capitol Hill right now. Like, obviously, that's not what we're seeing here, right?
I think the people that are out here, they are against police brutality, which is the very opposite, I would say. And then the community has been very supportive and very kind. And then like all other movements and all other events that are very serious, you do have the very few minor, like 0.01% that do stray away from the main message. And so like everyone here has a good heart. Not everyone has a good heart, and I believe that the news has really construed our message.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, I appreciate you sharing your time and your effort and the volunteer service.
Would you like anything?
I'm good for right now. My heartburn will kick in. Hey, can I see this dress? I saw that these were. I saw a bunch of these up against a wall over there. They were kind of like fastened to a wall, like over here by the memorial. That's okay. So this is all. So are you seeing a lot of art that's done by people that are actually part of this?
Yeah.
I'll move this out of the way.
A lot of local artists are donating their art here, and we're just displaying it. And yeah.
It's awesome. And the memorial. Well, I'm gonna go talk to some folks more. I appreciate it. Yeah, we're gonna step over here and take a look at things over here. Appreciate you.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome. I made you say thank you on that one. I don't know why.
All right, what are we doing?
We're gonna go over here and check out this memorial real quick.
All right.
They do. I don't know if you can see that, but they got like a terrorist dog walking organization. All right, let's go check out this. Oh man, that was almost. Woo, that was almost the one, man. I got that. I was like, oh my god, that was almost an ankle breaker. So, if you check out back here, so this is one of the, you'll see from the pictures that we put online last night, one of the memorial here. Let's see those hands that are on the wall over there. You can kind of see the ones I was talking about. They were over at the No Cop Co-op. But yeah, I mean, down here you can see the, sorry, there was this, oh, you kind of almost broke his back behind us. But it's just really cool to see that they have an actual itinerary for what they're trying to accomplish, right? Like there's scheduled speakers, there's organizational people that are trying to make things happen, but you've also got, systematic opportunities for people to express themselves, which is awesome that they've got this year, and between, Native American drumming, memorial services, they've got incredible art everywhere, donated food, okay. Oh, yeah. You know what? We're over here. There's that dog we were looking for. It's a see. This is the problem that we're seeing right now. Is people are they're smuggling in these terror dogs to terrorize the people. Is what's going on. What is this? Is this like the Antifa hound? Is that what's happening?
No.
I'm kidding with you. This is one of the guard dogs.
Yeah, this is the biggest he's gonna get.
What? Okay, that's the cutest thing I've ever seen. Sorry, Jits, but I mean, wow. What's up? What's up? Hi. What's up? What, you got something to say? All right, cool.
Make sure the piece is made.
Appreciate what you do. Your efforts are appreciated. It's a cute dog, man. You can't not put a dog on camera. So, okay, so, right. Yeah, this is like the DMZ, if you will. This is like the demilitarized. So this is like what they're talking about on the news. They're trying to broadcast this area out over here as being some kind of like, I've mentioned it a couple times. I'm gonna keep going back to it because those are things you're seeing in the news. But you see a picture on Fox and on some of the national media outlets where there's a guy with the gun and the green mask on, and they say that guy's like guarding the area, right? Like that's the one icon militant individual. But what you've got here is, yeah, like you said it right, kind of like the demilitarized zone, like no man's land. Down at the end of the street there are some barricades, obviously keeping people from coming in. And what they're really trying to avoid isn't letting people through because they're allowing cars through. What they're trying to avoid is a massive crowd of people and having a car drive through it, right? You can imagine it's going to be a structural nightmare trying to figure out how to get cars through. So, but they have. I've seen them let people through, and they have people that have guided cars through the crowd to make sure that no one's getting ran over, make sure everything's, cool and copacetic. What you are seeing, though, if you look in this area here, is, like I said, a lot of the graffiti. You're seeing it on a lot of the buildings, on everything. But you're also seeing people doing this right here, that are taking time to clean up the neighborhood as they go through. Let's ask him. Excuse me, what are you doing right now? We picking up trash.
Yep.
Picking up trash. Terrorizing the neighborhood with garbage cleanup. This world is falling apart right in front of us, people. Appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. But if you guys look, you'll see on every corner, you'll see everything from small stencil art to larger spray paint art on everything. So that, I think, as we're looking at it, that is going to be an issue of cleanup where I saw someone online where they're going to talk about how people in Seattle are going to be responsible for paying for this cleanup, tax dollars and things that are going to have to go into making sure that takes, some kind of precedence when all this changes. I mean, granted, a lot of people here don't ever want to see it change. They plan on staying occupied for who knows, forever, right? I don't know. But I mean, this is about as extensive a checkpoint as you could possibly get right here, right? You don't have people that are checking identification. There's no, bayonets or anything crazy like that. I know, hey, you guys cool with chatting for a minute? No, which is cool. Everyone wants to maintain their anonymity. But as you can see, they're not here causing any violence. It's just people that are just being people. But let's go ahead and I say that a lot, but some people are assholes though. That's a fact. Sorry, Mom, but this is the truth. And here comes the rain. Welcome to Seattle, right? All right, so hey, we're gonna head to the park now. We're about to get spit on though, so get ready for that one. But we're gonna head over here to the park, take a look at that. It's gonna turn into a mega cute dog, right? What's kind of nice is these rain clouds are moving that way, so we're gonna head over to the park and talk to some folks over here. Don't get lost in the crowd, Brandon.
You want to go to the precinct? It's up there.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, we might as well. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go that way. All right, we're gonna sneak into the tent. Go, 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 go. Oh, that one's already clicked into place. We're good. Yeah, you saw that? One-handed. One-handed. This is cool though. So you're seeing a lot of this kind of art all up and down. This guy was here last night doing these right here. This art is super cool. It's filthy. So yeah, I think these are printouts of what he's done, but created this comic art, which is super cool. So we're gonna slide around, folks, here. Excuse us. But yeah, so what we're doing right now is we're moving up towards the 12th precinct, which is where they keep putting it up, like I said, as like an occupied precinct, which it's not. You know, what you've got is an abandoned building. It's not like there's not people that are in there like fucking like setting things on fire or doing anything crazy. Really, all you got is this right here. It's just a building. I mean, obviously it's a police station, but there's a bigger message at play here. You know what I mean? What you've got is you know, what's crazy is you can see inside. Last night, I believe that was all boarded up. So it looks like they actually have some people inside of the police precinct right now. Maybe, I don't know. But I don't know if you can see this right now, but hey, we're looking over here. There you go. Sorry, my cameraman here is fiddling with his phone and not paying attention to what he's supposed to be doing. But so yeah, come over here real quick. So it looks like people tried to get in here last night. I don't know why these boards are all down, but it looked like that was all boarded up last night when we were here. But you can see up there. So this is where like a place of a ton of controversy right now. So everyone's talking about how this is like an occupied building, and this is like the epicenter of all this chaos that's going on with, you know, with this Seattle occupation, whatever. But I mean, as you can see here, you've got an abandoned building, basically, just like a lot of businesses that kind of decided to pull out, which sucks as well. But at the same time, you know, you can see there's not a lot of violence. There's not a lot of, you know, antagonized situations going here. What you are catching in the news, one of the things that the chief of police is saying is that the response times have tripled right now. So basically they're saying that this precinct now isn't able to get the police response to a lot of the 911 calls that are going on. So ipso facto, you know, you're having a longer police response time. But the terms that I heard in the news were things like rape and murder for 911 calls, which I don't know if you guys have gathered this scene here, but there's a lot of self-police situations here where you're not seeing a lot of rapes and murders happening in this area where the 12th precinct operates. So how much do we need them right now, right? I mean, I don't know how I feel. Bad things happen every day, like Brandon said, but I mean, are we seeing it right now? No. Is it happening outside of this area? I'm sure. Are there things happening inside of here that are illegal? Yeah, I'm sure. But can we stop that? Not necessarily, right? So this is the, I don't know if you can see it, but it says this space is now property of the Seattle people. So that's what they're talking about with an occupation, right? It's not any kind of terror organization. It's just a group of normal people that are out here occupying an area, making a statement. So we'll go up here a little further. That's nice.
Daddy?
Yes, they are. Okay. Let's see what's happening up here.
What happens here?
Well, they have protests in the park. They do speeches down in the park. It looks like right now they're getting set up for a band performance here. So that's going to happen apparently. That guy looks like a roadie behind me. We're going to go ask him. What do you think? Let's go talk to this guy. What's up, man? Hey, what's going on here tonight? What's going on here tonight? Who's playing?
Martial Law Band.
Martial Lawman?
Martial Law Band.
Oh, Martial Law Band. Right on, right on. Is this happening? Has this been happening every night?
Not last night, but for the past 8 days, yeah.
Nice, nice.
Martial Law was the band that was playing. They were playing when all the bombing, when all the rioting happened.
Wait, they were playing when they started popping tear gas?
They were tear gassing, and we're on 11th and Pike playing until they stopped.
Pretty much exposed.
Basically.
That's insane.
Yeah.
And I mean, they scattered the crowd, obviously, right? Like,
yep. It went everywhere, but the cops never came up towards 11th and Pike because we had some bandmates that pushed them back right over here.
Hey, could I ask you, man, in your opinion, how did this happen? Like, we were talking about it. There was no organization that we're going to take over these city blocks, right? It just kind of happened, yeah?
Yeah, well, the police were just, they were beating people up over there, man. They shot some girl in the chest with one of these canisters, hit her in the chest. She went down, bro. She almost died, bro. So, like, we're just trying to keep them accountable for all their actions.
Absolutely.
You know, racial and just shit like that they do out here, trying to control the people, but they can't do it, bro.
Are you seeing a big difference now that 12th precinct's not operating?
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of people show love and free food, handing out stuff, making sure everybody's okay. I haven't seen any fights other than just debates. That's about it. That's about it.
Right. So the first thing you said is something positive. Like since precincts were shut down, people have been. I mean, they said that the police time has been tripled as far as response time. What you thought about that?
No, because one of the homies got his house broken into and they didn't even come out. So,
so it's more than triple. They just don't even respond.
So
that's what I hear. That seems to be a running theme, though. Is they're just not even showing up.
Yep, most definitely. I mean, we just all got to stick together, man. Like I think this is what the main thing is about being here is everybody coming together and recognizing that we're all equal, man. And I'm gonna stand by that too, man. I'm down to stand by that and back anybody up who's willing to do that as well.
Good looking, man. Appreciate your time. Thank you. Yeah. What's up, y'all? He's getting it.
Y'all getting it? Y'all getting it?
Yeah. You gonna be out here tonight doing this thing?
Yeah, I'm been out here for a long time.
All right.
Be on tonight, man. I'm be out here.
Everybody, you been out here the whole time?
Yeah, I've been out here.
Couple days?
Since my uncle, Baby Evans, was killed.
Your uncle?
I've been out here for a long time. For centuries. I'm dealing with
Okay.
this. You know what I'm saying? How long y'all been out here?
Couple days now, yeah. We're trying to capture what's going on. Oh, right now we're doing independent right now. We're putting everything out to the major media broadcasts to kind of.
Movement or you against it?
Oh, we're with this.
You got a lot of Fox News cats out here too.
This is exactly what we're trying to shine a light on, man. Did you see what they put on the news the other day?
Yeah,
Burning buildings, AK-47s.
I saw that.
It was crazy. Hannity's on there. He's spewing a bunch of craziness. We're like, all right, we got to get in here. That's what we're doing here. We're trying to show what's happening.
Cats out here that's checking cats, see what you really about.
That's good, man. I'm down here gathering. I just got some CDs. Is what I got. You got my man?
So you're an artist.
Nah, but I'm repping for a local artist, so just bought that one actually.
Suave the Magnificent.
Suave the Magnificent, local rapper.
What are you talking about?
I don't know. He's a local cat. We just talked to him down here.
Check him out.
I just bought that. What are you talking? You can't have that.
Oh, I thought you
Give me that. What are you talking about? He was like,
You handed it to me like I could have it.
He said, "Thank you" was mine. Oh no.
But anyway, baby.
All right, my man. Be good.
Right here.
We got. There he is. There he is.
You really with it?
I'm with you.
Right here.
All right. Be good, my man. Be good. You too, my man. All right. So that's my CD. I almost got deboed for that CD. That would have sucked. Hey, check it out. Let's go over here. That's another barricade here. I got attacked by one of those dogs one time, man. That's no joke. Little Jack Russell almost bit my toes off. Actually, I didn't know this is Jack Russell. What? No, I'm not kidding. Is this a Jack Russell?
He's a quarter.
Back up. Back up. I don't want any problems. I almost got murdered by one of these dogs. I'm not kidding.
He does have a sixth sense for like.
I gave him the toe pet, and he damn near took it off. I'm not kidding.
I give him that too, but he like his signature move is just like falling on the floor on his back and then getting his.
That's how they lure you in.
Yeah,
they lure you in like that.
He's cool with it.
This is Paul Atkins, the spokesman for Bumble. He knows the tricks of the trade. I don't know if you know that. Cute dog and some White Claw. Bumble killer right there. Can I touch him? Hey, there he goes. See? We're mending fences right now. Mending fences. All right, man, be good. Pick up for the feed we got going here. So we're just running a live feed right now and putting together media content for like a media blast that we're going to put back off to like C-SPAN, Fox News, and some of these people that are putting out a bunch of fake propaganda. What's really happening out here right now. Because what you've seen,
peace and positivity,
absolutely. Because what you're seeing is a lot of these major media outlets are putting out all this craziness. Like,
and let the world know, the Proud Boys just posted a Facebook post talking about 300 Patriots. You understand what I'm saying? So anybody who's watching, when you come up here on Monday, be prepared because we have a bunch of Nazi patriots coming down and they're going to try to shoot you guys. They're going to try to do you guys wrong. I just got the text. These guys are the real anarchists. These guys are the real terrorists. We just had 3 people try to come down here and bust our stuff up with some terrorist acts today on themselves, and that's from outside. That's not from inside. What we're doing here is peaceful. We can police ourselves, but don't get it twisted. If the Patriot Boys do come down here, we're gonna be ready, man. We're gonna be ready. On God, we're gonna be ready, because we are gonna protect ours, and we're ready to die for what we believe in. On God, bro. So let them know that too. You feel me?
Absolutely, yeah. We're putting it all out there, and that's exactly. I'm glad you're doing what you're doing, because right now they're taking small parts of everything that's happening and they're trying to clown. So what you got is like the New York Post had something about the guy last night in the park who was saying donate $10 to a black person. He was like, everybody, white people need to all donate $10 to a black person.
He was like, everybody, all white guys raise your hands.
Which I thought was crazy. I was like, what? But they put that in the New York Post.
Bro. You know what I'm saying? Like they do this, they plant certain people in here so that they can make our movement look bad. Black lives matter means all lives matter. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. And if you don't know that, you need to educate yourself. Just like Stokely Carmichael said, black power. You understand what I'm saying? That means power to the people. That does not just mean power to me. That means power to you, her, and him. You understand what I'm saying? And if you guys don't know that, you guys are insane. You guys aren't doing your work. You understand what I'm saying?
The fact of also understand what our desires and what we're fighting for. Defunding the police isn't just like, I'm going to take everybody's money. No, it's actually, I'm taking the money that should have already gone to education. There's a constant defunding of education for the fact that our schools are so underfunded. Like, that shouldn't happen. Kids at Rainier Beach should not have HBO documentaries because they have the most failing schools when we have Boeing and Nordstrom and Microsoft. Like, Amazon, hello, most expensive person in the world. Our schools are leaking. Like, that shouldn't work. But then you have in the same school district, Nathan Hale, where all the kids get MacBooks. Like, come on now. And it's ridiculous of our kids, rather than be like, oh, we need better schools. It's like, no, we're going to build a, what was it, $65 billion jail to hold our kids. That shouldn't happen. We should have these things like this, should have counselors for our kids, actual better teachers. I grew up in Maple Valley, Enumclaw, which is very redneck. Like, I grew up riding horses, milking cows, like showing pigs in the county fair, president of FFA. And I had counselors telling me that, oh, well, you've made it this far, like, why are you even wanting to graduate? Like, you've gotten this far. What are you talking about? Like, I'm trying to be an ambassador out here. Or you have people automatically assume that all I can do is basketball. I suck at basketball.
You and me both.
Yeah, like, I'm way much better at writing and public speaking.
Right.
And so making sure that the teachers are actually good. When you had integration, yeah, that was good, but what integration was trying to do was make sure that our textbooks were just as good as everybody else. But then what integration did was take all the black teachers who are being like, oh my goodness, that black student reminds me of me, so I'm going to push them to succeed, and you took their jobs away. So then you have black students being taught by white teachers that do not like them, do not want them to succeed, and are filled with a lot of racism. And so things like defunding is so we have a better healthcare. Black women should not be dying 7 to 8 times more likely than white women. COVID should not be killing black people 8 times more than white people. That, like, those things shouldn't happen. We're also for making sure that the Duwamish land is actually noted. Jenny Durkin, that woman.
That woman.
She literally won't meet with the chief of the Duwamish tribe. That's insane. She said that, oh, because you don't have a lot of people, I'm not going to federally recognize you, which means they don't get anything that they should be getting.
But let's be real though, man. The
hold on,
people that got the reparations.
No, hold on. The Duwamish people did not
Okay.
get their reparations, and then on top of that, the Duwamish people are still not recognized, but we are on their land. That we are coming together for the fact that recognizing that we are on their land and we are fighting together for these things. So
Absolutely.
that's my piece.
I appreciate you sharing. Yeah.
Yeah, man, for real. I mean, like,
That's Sophia Tacola.
yeah, Sophia
There we go.
Tacola, she's telling the truth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, I obviously had a little bit difference of like I don't see any of us getting our reparations. You understand what I'm saying? Is that thunder?
I think it's, I think somebody, I don't know. It's happening down by one of the barricades down there.
That was a gun, dude. Sounded like a gun.
No, did it?
Yeah, that was a gun.
No, don't start saying stuff like that. We don't know that.
I'm dead serious.
It sounded like someone revving the engine of a car is what I heard. But let's just hope that's not the flashpoint for turning something great into something terrible, right?
Yeah. I mean, like, I'm not saying that I totally disagree with my sister here, but what I am saying is that we need to stop trying to pull everybody into our fucking movement, man. You understand what I'm saying? We need to make sure that we get our reparations first. You understand what I'm saying? We do need to get our reparations first.
And also,
you
this is his opinion. Not all black people think like this.
No, not all black people think like this.
Not all white people think alike either. So I get you.
But this is my opinion.
Absolutely.
Like, I want to see my communities flourishing. You understand what I'm saying?
Not to say I don't.
You know what I mean? I want to see my communities flourishing. Yeah, she does too. She does too.
Literally
Yeah, absolutely.
Run a Black Youth Center.
You know what I'm saying?
There it is.
But the thing is, let us get our land. You know what I'm saying? And then, I mean, like, I understand this is the indigenous people's land. But if we're gonna let them have their land, we might as well just go back to Africa. You understand what I'm saying? Because all this shit's their land. You understand what I'm saying?
That's a lot to unpack right there too, because
Let's be real here. You understand what I'm saying? If we're going to be on this land, let us get our 20 acres and a mule. You know what I'm saying? And then give us the resources that it takes so that we can be successful, bro. Like my thing is for this whole building, bro. They claim that they moved up out of here. Let's turn this into something positive, man. Let's turn this into.
But they're also not moved up out of here because they.
No, they're not. Man, we literally saw. But this is what I'm saying.
I was saying the boards. It was all boarded up last night, and they took those down today. Apparently.
That
they're still in there. I mean, these are all tactics, dude.
I like what you said. It plays off exactly what you were talking about. Was give the tools that are needed to the people, right? And I think it starts where you're at with the youth. Educating the young, right? Like, if anything, one of the biggest things that I could say to anybody is exactly where you guys are at. Is it's a generational reach back. Is right now we as learned individuals need to reach back and educate our youngsters and show them a better way and the right way to do things, right?
Man. Yeah, I'm a history buff, bro.
Yeah.
And if we want to be real, bro, the indigenous people, they enslaved black people. You understand what I'm saying? And there was indigenous people that fought to keep slavery going. So why the fuck should I be fighting for them to get their land when they wasn't even trying to have us be free? Yeah. They don't look at us as real people. I know a lot of natives that are racist. You understand what I'm saying? I know a lot of natives that identify as Caucasian.
Yeah.
I'm not fighting for their rights, bro. I mean, sis can, all she wants to. I'm gonna back her the whole way, because this is my sister, this is my black queen. You understand what I'm saying? And I love her more than I love myself. But at the end of the day, bro, I need my shit, bro. I need my reparations. And I know what I'm gonna do with it. What's up, P? How you doing, man?
I appreciate you guys saying. We're gonna keep going. All right. Thank you so much. All right. Be good. Take care. Be good. That's fantastic, man. Like, you hear what they're saying. So one of the beauty things that I hear right here, which is something that you don't hear a lot, is, like I said, the exit strategy. Like, what happens next, right? So what they've talked a lot about is defunding police. What do you do then, right? Come with me. So people have talked a lot about shutting down precincts, taking money away from organizations, but not about what to do with it, right? Like how to reappropriate these funds and give it back to a situation where we could benefit from it, right? And one of the things you're finding a lot is with younger people, especially. Obviously, we weren't talking to someone that's past the prime of their life right there. She said she runs a youth organization, a youth center, which is fantastic, because what's happening there is they're taking what is the responsibility of our people, right? People that have learned and understood to reach back and take care of some of the youth and people that are coming up and educate them as to what's happening and what they need to do to make sure they move in the right direction. Speaking of, we're going to move this direction now.
I believe it's like, what do you surround yourself with, really, and where you're upcoming?
Anyone, and so Brandon just said a lot of it comes down to who you surround yourself with and your upbringing. Yes, it does. One of the things that we need to pay attention to is that, for me personally, I had a very advantaged life. I grew up we were above the poverty line. I had a mother that loved me, a father that loved me. I had family and friends that loved me. I was a part of an organization, a church organization that was supportive. I had every opportunity. Granted, I made some bad decisions. I did some things in my life that were not the best choices. It took me to some bad places. But those are my choices to be made. They weren't because I was subject to my surroundings and the nature of my upbringing. They were my choices to make, right? And I think one of the things we're really seeing with this behind me is that what you've got is everyone's here has an opportunity to make their own choice. One of those two, so that was a couple we were talking to, and the things that they were talking about, one of the beauty things was that they even had different opinions, right? Which is awesome. Why? We don't need to conform with the people around us, but unfortunately what you do find is a term, homogenization, right? You do start homogenizing with the element that you surround yourself with. So if we can find people that are like-minded, that are in a positive state of mind, that are going to go ahead and push a positive message, homogenize with that group, right? And that's what's happening here. And they're really trying to take that apart. And a lot of these major media organizations that are trying to tell people that that's not what's happening. But in all reality, that's what these people, everyone around here, that's what everyone's doing. So here's some more of that free pizza we were talking about. I hope, if anything, everyone that's watching right now is starting to better understand the fact that, oh, we're good now. Thank you, though. This guy, man, he just, I think, fired 14 pieces of. I want to shine a light on this. See what this guy's doing? He's double fisting some pizza. Come on now. She didn't want to carry the box anymore. Hey, I hope, if anything, people that are watching right now, if anything that you guys are seeing is that what's happening down here right now is not at all what they're broadcasting in the news. It's not at all what you're seeing in the major media outlets. Oh, excuse me, man. You're seeing hot dog vendors, t-shirt salesmen, and they got over here what's called the Conversation Cafe. Now, I don't want to put people on camera that aren't comfortable being on camera, because you've seen that already. A lot of people we've asked have not really felt comfortable about being on camera, but which I think is ridiculous, because if you're going to be out here, why not speak your piece, and not be afraid of what people are seeing and thinking. But you don't want to be broadcasting the wrong light. I get that. But this is really cool. So what they've had is anti-racism Conversation Cafe, right? So an opportunity for people to come together, share their thoughts, swap meet, right? Meet up and swap thoughts, swap ideology, mentality, core stance, core beliefs. And what you see here, I mean, really different group of people, right? Pretty eclectic blend, if you ask me. So how's that pizza? You good? Yeah? You got something on your face right here.
I know. I'm wiping off.
I'm just kidding. You got it on your face. All right, cool. Now, hey, now we're heading down to the park right here, which is where you at? Oh, there you are. So what you got going over here is the like they're talking about it being like a street fair, but t-shirt sales, guys playing guitar. But again, what you're not seeing is violence of any kind. You're not seeing any kind of fighting, any kind of rioting. You are seeing a lot of people with signage everywhere, and a lot of people that are going ahead and trying to get their message out. But it's 100% different than what you're catching in the media broadcasts. So I hope that people, and I keep going back there, but I hope, if anything, what people are gathering from what's happening right now is that you shouldn't believe everything you read. Don't believe everything you see. Do some research on your own, investigate things on your own. Take a look at what's happening around you, and if anything, follow the money too, because there's a root cause for that. But what you can see here is, this is where they're doing like a lot of the public speeches last night, which was, we saw some colorful speeches. People were saying some pretty radical things, and I don't mean that in the best of ways. It was some pretty gnarly stuff, but yeah, right. Like, there's people that came out to party. One of the messages that people were really trying to say was, it's a protest, not a party. And what they're really trying to accomplish right now is to remind people that you're not out here just to rage and have a good time. You're here to go ahead and make a movement, and make a change. But if you look around, this is not a state of anarchy. If this is anarchy, man, sign me up. I'm good with it, right? Like, all these tents over here, they've got one over here. It's a bookshop, basically, like donation bin. Tents all around here, and then up on the back over here, on the other side, they've got a whole tent set up where they've got like a campground, right? And they've set that up so people can stay here and occupy Capitol Hill. But for the most part, everything happening right here is all just part of this movement, which is to say that it's all back down to the Black Lives Matter movement. That's what it's all about, right? Like, we keep losing sight of that with a lot of the things that are happening. But so the speeches that are going on, not right now. Right now it's a party, not a protest over here. Apparently,
like a party now.
Yeah, it's people are turning it up. So, but you got people that are like camped out here, people that are just doing their thing. But It's getting litty over here. So we're gonna go. Actually, we're gonna not go over there. That kind of defeats the purpose of what we're trying to like show people, but it's cool that they're doing it. I mean, go ahead, get yours. Whew. There's a rugby game going on right now. Oh yeah, so that was the other thing that happened over here. We had last night. I remember, like, if you look over there, there was like a whole dodgeball thing going on. Like, people were. And if that's what you need to get your aggression out, to smack someone in the face with a bait and ball, do it, man. It's not bullets, it's balls, right? And I know you guys are probably going to take a reference to balls to the face on that one. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, okay. Someone's saying something on that one. Yeah, there it is. Yep. Yeah, okay. Dan Smith, that's where he kicks in on that one. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. So, that little girl just stole that dude's ball. She said, it's my ball. But what you got going is, so these are more of those like, so if you look over here, these are more of those like the no-cop co-ops over here. These ones over here. And they're all just donation setups, so people can just donate goods and get what you want. You don't have to stand so far away from me, man. Is it weird? Is it weird when I get up on you like this?
It's like you can only see part of you, and then like
all right. I'll tell you what you do see is a lot of clouds. You see a lot of clouds in this joint. A lot of people that are getting chiefed. But we're gonna go up here to like the camp area, talk to folks. Yeah, check it out. So I got a charging station right here. Charge your phone. Oh, here we go. Go over here. Here's another spot right here we can talk about. So everything's all about these donation setups, right? So got a charging station. Donation bins right here. It's like, so here's a swap meet, right? Like, people can donate clothes if you need clothes. I mean, what you're seeing is an opportunity to do this stuff on a community level that you weren't seeing before, which is, this wasn't out here before this all happened. You know, you didn't have people get an opportunity to like donate clothes, get things that fit, get things that make you feel good. Some people are just getting ready, man. They're just coming out the winter, getting ready for summer. And I mean, we'd be lying if we didn't say we have a lot of, there's a large homeless rate in Seattle. That's part of the big city situations, right? But it's super cool they've got this stuff going on, right? So here's one of the little like camp setups. They got the porta potties going over here. But man, I wonder if we could see it. Last night there was some guy who had built a campfire out here, which was pretty intense, but someone wrote house on the back of their van. That's now their house. You can't argue that one. That's just straight up logic. This is pretty dope. Look at this. So there's another one of the part of this movement about the police brutality for Breonna Taylor. So many other stories that go along with this, other than just George Floyd. There's been a ton of things that have happened that people aren't really even remembering that are going on. There's a lot of little dogs out here. It's freaking me out, man. But yeah, let's go over here and check out what's happening. So yeah, that's what I don't know. I would go up here. Looks like okay. So this is what they were talking about. This is okay. On the news, I heard Hannity, man. He was going on, and he was trying to talk a lot of trash about what was going on, and then he threw a pun about the garden. He was like, "Oh, and they also got a garden," and he made it as kind of like like he was clowning on this whole situation for people having a garden. But if you see what's going on, taking a piece of grass, turning it into a place where you can develop some food, that's great. Now, granted, they're planning for the occupation of it all, but how could you ever take a park and talk trash about that, Hannity? They're growing food. Is that a problem? Seriously, it doesn't seem like a problem to me. So let's I want to talk to one of these people about the garden over here. I'll see if I gotta find out if they're gonna be willing to talk to me real quick. So let's go. We'll go up over here by the greenhouse. Excuse me. Okay, let's find somebody to talk to. Excuse me. Hey, excuse me. Do you mind if I just ask you a few questions about the garden? Sorry, what was that?
I'm not answering any questions.
All right, you're good. Like I said, so a lot of people don't want to talk, which is cool. But the cool part is that what's happening right now is people are actually taking a stance and doing their part, right? Like getting involved, which is awesome. So when you see all this nonsense on the mainstream about people burning stuff down, it looks like people are planting things right here and trying to build them up, right? There's not as many tents as I thought there were going to be, honestly. But a lot of people don't want to talk. They don't want to ask questions. They don't want to be a part of this microphone situation, which I totally understand, you know? Yeah, what Brandon just said is they express themselves by showing what they do, not talking about it, which is awesome because, I mean, this takes a lot of organization. I mean, for you not to believe that this doesn't take organization is crazy. Like, they had to cart in all of this stuff, everything here. And you can see over here to the left, like the beginning, the beginning of one of the gardens. And then you've got, you know, people that are bringing plants, flowers, which is super cool. Super cool. Wow, look at this. They got a bunch of planter boxes they just built. That's super cool. Yeah. We're gonna check out the backside of the whatchamacallit. Oh, so this is where they had the speeches yesterday. This is where everyone came together, and they were kind of everyone was sharing mics and yeah, open mic situation. And now it's a dance party. Push right on, man. Hey, you got to blow that steam off, right? I'll say this right now. I'd rather see people doing this than throwing bricks through buildings and burning shit down, right? This is great.
Have you seen any guns tonight yet? Like any guns at all?
Brandon just asked if I've seen any guns tonight. Nope, not a one. Not a single gun. Not a single word shared in anger. No pushing, no shoving, no violence, nothing. Just a lot of people that are coming together. There's a lot of high emotion, right? A lot of tension in a lot of people right now because obviously the core root of what's happening right now is it's a tense situation. One of the things I hope people are remembering too is that all of this is happening right now. There's other forces out there that are planning on this not being around. So getting at that point when they try to, when people are going to talk about tearing this apart, right? When they're going to eventually get to a point where they're going to want all of this removed. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm curious to see if anybody has an exit strategy for the people here or for the city, or if they've got people that are working in between the two that are going to try to figure out some amicable dispersion of the crowd, or if the crowd here just says we're never leaving, right? Like, this is where we're at, we're staying, we're not going anywhere. I don't know, but they've got food, water, charging stations, they got Rainier beer, they got tents, they got a garden, they got their opportunity to get their dance on. That's more dancing than I've seen in the last 3 months thanks to the club closures, right? I was talking to a friend of mine who was saying she wishes being able to come out to Capitol Hill and go dancing. Well, here it is. Hey! Let's keep moving, man. Let's check some stuff out. Still moving around here. How we doing on battery life? Let me see the backside of it real quick. 65%. We're good. We're doing all right. Hey, does anybody want to go live right now? Is there anybody that's on right now? I don't. Messages are fine. What does it say? Can you go in and out, CJ, or are you stuck there?
Not that. This.
Yeah. Someone asked if I can go in and out, or if I'm stuck here. No. So Brittany, I don't know when you asked that, Brittany, but yeah, no, it's in and there's no gate. There's no like. There's no checkpoint where you have to actually check in. I don't know if you can hear me right now, but so basically, like right here is you can come and go as you please. This is not in any stretch of the imagination like they're not checking stamps on your hand or anything like that. Right. So everything happening right now is. So one of the things, come walk with me this way. That we're trying to avoid. I don't know if you can hear me. Is that we're trying to avoid people just appreciating this as like a party, right? We don't want that to be the thought. But I mean, you get enough people together and put some music in there, that's kind of what's gonna happen, right? But let's move up here real quick. Let me look on the other side here. Look around a little bit. All right, cool. We're still going, guys. Sorry, I was just checking some stuff out here.
Yeah, we're good.
So yeah, hey, you should see, if anybody wants, like, legitimately, if anyone wants to come on live, you got any questions, or if you want to check anything out, let me know. Because really, I'm here just to showcase for everyone watching what's happening. We're gonna walk up here a little bit, take a look at some of the tents they got going over here. Like, the whole thing is set up as just a live-in co-op situation, right? They had this normally where they had like a little kid, like kiddie pond or kiddie pool. They had like a campfire going there last night. And then up here it kind of just dies off. Nothing's really going on over here. You see, right? You see a lot of the graffiti on everything. What you're seeing right across the street here, though, which is kind of wild, Seattle Central Community College, right? So these are all college buildings. This is all part of that educational opportunity, which you see a lot of in this community. There's a lot of kids that are here for Seattle University right on the street, Seattle Central Community College, UW. You've got a ton of education happening right here, and what I'm hoping will happen with all of this is that people will get educated, that they'll start realizing that this will happen again and keep happening until we can make a change. But hey, for Brittany, you asked, if you guys look right over here, so see those steps? That goes right up to Broadway. So that's Broadway up there, right on the other side of those steps. No barricades, no gates, no gunmen, no checkpoints, nothing crazy, just come and go as you please. But we're gonna go up here, so we're gonna go this direction. But there's a lot of like tent city setup, which is to say that it looks like, I thought that was a paramedic, but it looks like it's someone else's tent, or not tent, but like an RV setup. But they had a DJ. What? Where? Oh, there's. You can't really say that in a lawless situation, can you? So I'm curious what all this is about up here. This looks like they're going to put in another garden right here. Just been pretty dope because they've got all the ones down there. Then they got this, which is cool. They had to bring in. It's kind of, I mean, for the green thumbs, what's kind of cool is like what they did is the foundation for the garden is anti-racism, you know, signage and things of that nature. I don't know, man. I'm curious too.
Like, it looks like they're planning on being here for a long time.
It looks like they're planning on staying here for quite a while.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, we should ask them people. They're building more planter boxes. But so this is all, so you guys know, like over here, there's no gates around any of this. This is all just, basically the only place you see barricades is, hey, let's go this way. We'll talk and walk this way. And the only reason I got the barricades set up, yeah, the only reason they got the barricades up is because they don't want people driving through the crowd and running people over. So that's the only reason you're seeing a lot of these barricades. And then if we want to look back at what happened the other night, where the gentleman ran in his car into the barricade, and then there was, you know, a shooting. Someone got shot in the arm. I mean, we have to look at that objectively, right? Like, the guy said he was going to work. He lives up here on Capitol Hill. He was going to work downtown at Nike Town. I believe he said he was doing security. If you look at what happened back in '92, I mean, Reginald Denny got pulled out of the truck and beat, I mean, almost to death. Permanent disabilities from that, from driving into a crowd of people. Well, you get into a crowd of people and you get scared. You happen to have a gun for protection, which is our constitutional right. I mean, something might happen. So I can't fault the man 100% for shooting his gun. I mean, if you feel like you're gonna get pulled out of a car and beat to death, I mean, what would you do? I mean, anyone watching, it's up to you to make those choices for yourself. But I personally know that, like the gentleman said up there, you know, I'm gonna defend mine, but I'm not allowed to own a firearm. Would I own a firearm if I could, Brandon Ness? Probably. I think, yeah, I would. Definitely for like my home. It wouldn't be for. I would have a gun for my house, something to protect. No, I don't think that I would feed it. Back in the day when I was younger, I did have a concealed weapons permit, just because it was the only thing that I could do at 21. Well, I mean, I didn't drink at the time, so I figured, hey, next best thing, I'm gonna get a weapons permit, right? And then never have a gun, because what am I gonna do with a gun, right? Yeah. So, that's a cool car. So yeah, hey, check it out. So here's one of the points right here. See, people just coming in. They just letting cars through. It's not like there's a situation where people aren't allowed out or allowed in. They just don't want anyone getting run over. So this is cool. They got, so everything over here is just like, everyone's got their own, their own agenda, their own schedule, their own part of the movement, whatever they've got going. How you doing? But so you look through the fence right here, kind of out of the craziness, but you can see that it's not that crazy, right? Like, there's not a lot of madness going on right now out here. I mean, I'm sure everyone can see what's happening. This is at root. There's like two main points of this protest. You've got this, right? This side of the fence over there, which is nothing like what people thought. And then right up the street where they had the Native American drumming going on. And it changes as the night goes on. They had a march the other day too, that went from the park over here down through Madison Park, which was more of an affluential neighborhood. And they were really trying to, basically what they were doing is just trying to, like, raise awareness with people in the community that have.
What about bathrooms and waste?
What about bathrooms? What? So I don't know if anyone saw, but there are porta potties here. The local businesses are open for their bathrooms, and I've seen plenty of signs on the local businesses. They say that the bathrooms are open. So there are a lot of porta potties. I don't know how that's going for actually like cleaning the porta potties. Let's see if we can ask somebody, man. I don't know. Again, we got to find out if people are willing to talk, but let's find out if we can ask these guys. Hey, you guys mind if we ask you a few quick questions? So what's the scoop with the porta potties over here? Like, I mean, it's off the cuff, but someone just hit us up on our line, and we're just trying to figure out, like, is that something that they have people that come and clean those out, or?
Yeah, I mean, someone cleans them out.
They have like someone else is doing it, or?
The company, or I don't know who, but someone's have to clean something. They're getting clean because they would have been overflowing if nobody had.
I don't know.
Trust me. But I don't know who does it or who's paying for it or how it's done.
All right. It's a terrible segue into what we're going to ask. What I was going to ask you. So what's going on with you guys over here? What's happening?
We just we're just making soup, and then we bring it in, and when it gets cold out, and give it to anybody who wants it.
Yep.
Nice. And it's free soup. Like, I see the sign over here. Like everything else here, it's all by donation, and everyone's. Yeah. What did you guys make?
This one is lentil
Oh, say it again.
Lentil curry.
Lentil curry. Hello. Of course it is. I'm kidding.
Gotta cater to the
Well, I saw something online today, and they were like, they've got a bunch of like terrorist vegans taking over Capitol Hill.
You gotta watch out for those.
I was like, well, if there's a bad kind of terrorist, it's going to be a vegan terrorist, right? I mean,
It's not always vegan, but it's just this soup just coincidentally happened.
This one just happened to be the
you can find other ones that aren't, though, right? Thank goodness.
It just doubles as it's an extra special.
Well, that's great. So these checkpoints, have you guys been out here pretty much the whole time doing this?
We haven't been out here doing soup the whole time, but we've been out here every day, like when it was like during the protests and everything.
Yeah.
Okay. And what have you guys seen? What's been the temperature of the?
It's a lot different the last couple days than it has been normally. Like, I mean, it was just like this. Like, it wasn't like there was a lot. Well, it was when the cops were here, everybody was kind of focused on that. There were some people in the crowd. The infrastructure of the organization was a lot less. Now it's kind of more of a. There's like a lot of people hanging out. I think it's still focused somewhat, but I don't know.
I heard one of the things I saw on signage we talked about is it's not a party, it's a protest, right? Like,
yeah, I agree with that. That's how it should be. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I'm only one person. I'm just showing up, trying to, stay focused or whatever. But
sure.
I don't know. I mean,
as best you can, right?
Yeah. I mean, obviously, like, there's nothing wrong with coming and having fun, but like, you should be coming with like the right reasons, the right intentions,
sure.
Acting the right way. Yeah.
Do they have an outline for any kind of speeches? Is there any place people can go to look at that? If there's any kind of set schedule for marches? I know they had a march. Was it yesterday afternoon? Yeah. They did the silent march.
They did the silent march. I mean, so that one wasn't that wasn't really a CHAZ one, but the one that there was another one that went. It was the one that went from here down to. Down through
Madison Park?
Yeah, that one was organized with the CHAZ people. Yeah, that was started here. They had some speeches and they walked down that way.
So you said the CHAZ people. Is there
There's not like a leader or anything like that, but there's like some people who are like better known, some community leaders that are kind of
like the Raz Simone, right? Like that's someone that's a prolific speaker that's been out here.
Yeah, so I think that they kind of. I mean, I'm not involved in any of that. Like I don't know. I just kind of, show up and, they say there's doing a march, then I, I go,
Are you from this area?
I mean, I've lived here for like 6 years now. I live over in Madison Park.
Okay. Why are you involved? What's going on? Like what?
I mean, I believed, I'm not just here for like the party or whatever. Like I've been coming out like every day since, since like the protests start, I believe in what the demands and the movement are, Black Lives Matter is doing. So that's why I'm here. I don't know.
Gotcha. Okay. So what about you down here?
I'm here for pretty much the same reasons. I believe in the cause. Yeah.
Big ditto, huh? Like ditto as like same. Same. Yeah. Sorry, that came out weird. I don't know. So I don't know what you just said, but I don't know if I agree with that. Well, great. That's cool. I appreciate what you guys are doing. Keeping people fed. And it was a vegan lentil curry. Come get it right here. So what's that? Thank you guys. Appreciate you. Take care. So we're doing a live broadcast right now, but then we've also got the put together media package right now. We're going to send off to, I don't know if you guys saw any of the coverage that they've been getting on the major media outlets right now, between C-SPAN, CNN. Things are a little bit nuts, right? They're really...
I mean, like whatever.
They've said socialist revolutionary terrorists and
terrorists.
Anarchists have been, gun-wielding extortionists have been taking over the neighborhood. And so what we've been doing is putting together enough material and putting that out there to kind of dispel a lot of the nonsense that people have been feeding into, So, yeah, Spencer, right on. CJ, it's Brandon, Alexis, pleasure to meet you both. Thanks for taking the time to talk. Appreciate that. Hey, real quick, I got to ask you, why do you feel that some people aren't willing to actually be on camera or actually answer any questions? Is it just a disdain for the media, or?
They're probably worried that they're going to be tracked down by, I don't know, cops or what have you.
I think people especially organizers are a little maybe more hesitant because they don't want to be personally targeted by the cops or whatever or whoever, maybe they don't want their face out there. I don't know.
That seems a little cocky to me almost, to feel that you're going to be hunted down by the police, right?
They did it to a few people, so.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they hunted down some protesters.
There have been some people that's happened to. So I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe it's probably a little paranoid, but better to be safe than sorry, I guess.
Sure, yeah. All right, cool, yeah, makes sense. I get it. All right, guys, take care. Be good. So, like you said, people are doing soup, but I don't know. I feel personally, if I'm giving my opinion, it is kind of, we're asking about a garden. They're like, we don't want to be questioned about our garden. I'm like, come on, man. But. Right, who knows their involvement in whatever, and they don't want people to feel that, I get it. These guys are jaying it up right here, crushing on them. Again, I'm terrible at basketball, so that's not going to happen. But, if I could ball, I would ball, and then it would be balling. But I'm not, because I can't, so I won't. But yeah, so here's another barricade type thing, right? All the barricades are really is a bunch of art. And it says right here on the other side. So it says you're entering Free Capitol Hill, right? So, which is really the theme right now. And then you've got the talking groups on the other side, which is people that are just, like I said, communicating with one another about all the different topics at hand right now. What's really going on? So let's go find some more people to talk to. Anyone say anything? Anybody got any questions right now? No, I haven't been harassed at all. Someone asked if I've been harassed for filming. No, not at all. Make sure to read those off as they pop up. So the medics, we'll look this way here. I'll show you down here. The medics did, what's that? You don't want to be filmed, right? The medics asked not to be filmed. They have a sign up that, and apparently, I don't know if it's, if there's anyone that's watching right now that's in the medical side, anyone in the medical industry, I'm going to try to squeeze through. But maybe you could chime in and let me know like why they feel, why anyone might feel, if you want to go live and explain it, why people don't want to be put on camera that are in the medical side, that are EMTs that are here volunteering and putting in their time. Well, Brandon just said they might lose their job, and I'm curious why. Why would they lose their job? Like, for being here? I mean, is that because the hospitals wouldn't support what they're doing here, or, you know, so. Where are all the armed men and women? Good question. Where are all the armed men and women? I have seen none. I've seen musicians. I've seen dogs and children. I've seen people with setting up their art, creating a good space for conversation. But there's been no armed gunmen. There's been no armed gun women to keep it opportunist on both sides. But you see this. It's a free expression of art and a collaboration of people that are thinking out of the box for a little bit, which is awesome. But again, like I said, over here you've got it got quiet because Native American drum circles going on right now, which is awesome. They talked a little bit up top about the Duwamish tribe, where they're getting ready. I don't know if you can see up in the distance right behind me up here, but they're getting ready for that band to go on. They're going to play. Man, I already forgot the soup people's name. Don't put me on that plus. It was Lexi and... Of course you're going to remember that. Yeah. Right? But... He said, when you were probably talking about the basketball. Yeah. He said, Clayton said you want to be a baller, but instead you're a shot caller. Sometimes I try, but I can't call any shots or a ball by any stretch of imagination. But so it sounds like the music has died down over in the park, and they're starting to get on the PA, and they're going to start doing speeches over there, which is cool. So what you're going to see here tonight, we started a little early doing this broadcast, whatever you want to call it. So hopefully we'll keep it going. If people are still interested in watching, we're going to keep going. We'll stick around as long as people are doing their thing. But what you're going to have out here is speeches in the park. And it's cool because it's like an open format. People are given the microphone, they're passing it around and getting a chance for everyone to talk and communicate. In the middle over here, follow me, like I said, you've got this Native American drum circle going right now, which has been going on for probably the last hour and a half, 2 hours. Up the street from that, on the next block up where the green lights and blue lights up there, they got a band that's getting ready to go on. Who knows what's going on there? But one of the things about the this band, like the guy was saying, was if you're just tuning in, the band was playing when the police originally came in and kicked everyone out, started lobbing tear gas at the crowd. And actually they moved into that where the band was, and they were the ones that, like, the band members apparently were like pushing the police back. So you're seeing a lot of like pushback, a lot of give and take, a lot of people that are really trying to, like, you know, like stake their claim to their ground they're in right now. But really what you're getting is this. It's an eclectic blend of different kinds of people here. Step this way. There's someone trying to take a picture over there. The difference that I'm seeing here, I don't know if anyone that's on right now was on, walk this way real quick. I don't know if anyone that was on right now was on when I was down in Bellevue and downtown. Totally different vibe. Downtown Bellevue, which is crazy. That was downtown Bellevue. That was a peaceful protest in downtown Bellevue that we were at. In Bellevue, prolific, you know, affluent Bellevue. I got hit with a tear gas canister. I got hit with a legitimately hit with the flashbang grenade. Had the news team behind me at one point that was trying to avoid getting hit with tear gas, and it was over violent encounters, they'll say, encounters with the police. The police were there. Granted, tons of looting happening. There was buildings getting broken into, but that wasn't a part of the protest, the police protest. The police weren't getting involved with the looting. That was all private security people. The police were there to maintain this crowd, which I think is crazy, because what happened there was not the crowd, the peaceful side. This wasn't the problem. The problem was the looters and people that are causing that problem. A couple people in the crowd then sparked up instigation with the police, and that's when things fell off the hinges. Everything derailed when someone threw a bottle at the police, is what they want to say, on that one day. Now, that was one Sunday 2 weeks ago. What we're looking at now is no police no bottles to be thrown, no violence, no anger, just people that are doing 10 times the crowd that was in downtown Bellevue from when that happened. And there's no rubber bullets, there's no tear gas, there's no anger, no animosity, no violence, just people that are out here speaking their piece. So, hey, we're going to go over here and take a look over at what's going on with the speeches.
Do not step on this.
Say what?
Don't step on this. Don't step on it.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Just take that into consideration while you're
Are we trying to, is that something we're trying to like keep enforced with everyone right now?
Hey, man, I'm not enforcing anything. It's out of consideration, out of respect.
Okay. Apparently this guy, he's one of these people that has something to say. Because now he's on camera now, having said what he had to say, which is hilarious to me. We painted a road, people. Guess what? There's going to be a lot more than just walking. People are going to drive on it. But, you know, you don't want people to get up in their feelings. Whatever. We've all got our own feelings about it. Which is funny because he was just walking on it. Well, whatever. Anyway. Jeez. All right. Well, like I said, everyone's got their piece to share. So, hey, I tell you what, if that's the most antagonized situation we come across, we're doing just fine, right? Let's get over here to the park and see if we can't catch some of the speeches over here. No, we can get over here. Yeah, come on. Let's get down here. But this is like the entrance right here behind us here. So this is like where it says like the now entering the free Cap Hill zone, which is like, this is basically what you're seeing at all the main entrances. And that's it. You got entering free Cap Hill zone, and then you've got out here, which is to say that planter boxes and a Hyundai from Texas. So people aren't exactly up in the arms about people coming and going. But hey, I'm gonna tell you what you don't want to do is walk on the mural that's painted in the middle of a major road. So we're gonna go check out some of the speech they got going on right now, which is, so this is the other half of the organization that was going on. Like I said, there's the people up top. There's my man right there. Dude tried to take your CD from me. I don't know, someone's rocking Bieber over there, then we got protests going on over here. Let's find out what's going on. Oh, just to be clear, that is not actually Justin Bieber. That's not him. That's not Justin Bieber. He's been confused for Justin Bieber and Ralph Macchio. He's neither one of those people. But whatever, you know. Here's a lot more of the tents, people that are like... These are the people that are staying occupied. Here's the dodgeball court over here, which is crazy. So this is like I said, it's better people throwing bait and balls at each other's faces than hitting each other with bottles, right? So, though if Emil ever watches this, we got Team Wichita Bum Rush right here, the All-City Seattle Dodgeball Champions. That's right. All right, cool. Let's get over here and see if we can't get some of the speeches. So we're trying to cut through here real quick. So right here, this is when you get a little bit of a different spin on things. What you've got now is people that have something to say, and when they do, I was going to help you out there. So I don't know if you'll be able to hear the microphone, but yeah, I'll put it up by the speaker. We'll do that. So let's go record that a little bit. So I'm going to take the mic away from my mouth. I want people to freak out that I'm holding a microphone. So we're just going to get up here by the speaker. Yeah, we're going to get up here by the speaker.
This one, y'all gonna do it. Y'all gonna do it. We can't do it the same way we've been doing it. Something else gotta happen. I'm 52 years old. By the time my grandson gets to my age, this shit's gonna be different. Word up, DJ, can you kick that shit? We've been doing this music for a long time. DJ, you got problems? I can do it. If you can't do it, kick something, please.
Well, we started with a speech.
Yeah.
Oh.
We're all partying now.
And now it's back to the party. All right, let's roll this way. But it is getting turned, apparently. But uh-oh, you see what's happening right here? Get it, girl. So yeah, this is where the party goes now. So, like I said, it's not a party, it's a protest. But which one? Oh yeah, this dude right here. This guy right here was kind of moderating the event yesterday, which is hella cool. He's not the one who said something about. Oh, I'm gonna grab him real quick. What's up, man? How you doing, man? Hey, we were here last night when we were doing the speeches, and I thought it was crazy that you had a lot of great things to say. And I got online today in the New York Post. The one thing they put on there was the other gentleman that came on, Native American, who was talking about Venmo and $10 to a black person.
I was actually here for that. That was not me, but I was actually. I handed the mic to the guy who said that. That was. He had a lot to say. All I said after he was like, every white privileged person hand your colored brethren $10 in whatever way you can. And immediately after, a man came up. He was a black man. He was angry, and he immediately just said, no. That's all I got to say, no. And that was it. And I got back on the mic, and all I said was, well, there's a lot to unpack right there, so we're going to move on to our next speaker. And so we kind of just skipped over that topic completely as a crowd. But yeah, that wasn't me, but I met the guy who...
Yeah, we know it wasn't you, but it was just wild that they picked that part of the entire speeches. What we're doing right now is really trying to let people know that the major media right now isn't showcasing what's important right now about what's happening right now.
No. The major media is not doing that. The fact that the New York Post would decide to say such a thing, I mean, it's not that it didn't happen, because it happened, but it happened in a community discussion setting where there was a line of members who just wanted to speak their mind about the injustices and what we can do to fix that. And this particular gentleman decided to call out every privileged individual to hand out $10.
Yeah.
So that's just another example of how misinformation is being spread, and that's actually the reason for the name change is
because you originally it was the CHAZ, and you were the one that, when I heard you last night, you talking about the CHOP.
Right.
Like changing things up.
Yeah, I actually I renamed it to CHOP.
Which stands for what?
Capitol Hill Organized or Occupied Protest.
Okay.
Capitol Hill Protest. Yeah, hold on a sec. We are this is the Capitol Hill Occupied or Organized Protest. Protesters unanimously decide to rebrand the movement over the last couple days in an effort to dispel the claims of actually seceding from the nation and to re-centralize the focus back to the Black Lives Matter movement. Basically, no one ever decided on CHAZ to begin with. The intent was always to protest police brutality with peace. CHAZ came overnight and in the early morning when there was no one around but the media. Obviously, the residents and business owners do not intend on seceding. CHOP stands for Capitol Hill. Sorry, I'm reading that.
No, you're good.
I'm reading this Reddit post that I made. George Floyd, police brutality, racism against black Americans. That is why we are here. I cannot stress that enough. We cannot stray away from that. We let a moment of vulnerability transform the narrative, but it's not over. CHOP is our community efforts to let you all know that this is still just a peaceful protest, not a new form of government. We are not autonomous. We are protesting. Capitol Hill is occupied by the people, for the people, because Black Lives Matter.
Perfect. That's amazing, man. Thank you so much for saying that. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah. So are we going to be doing more speeches up here tonight? Is that the plan?
At this very moment, I am going to take the mic and try to facilitate another public discussion like yesterday.
Nice. All right, cool. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate what you're saying. Thank you. So this is a gentleman who's kind of moderating the event. He was doing it last night. Really kind of get a chance to pass the mic, let everyone speak. Like you said, it's a community forum where everyone had a chance to kind of share their piece. Obviously, some people just want to get turned, which is fine. But hopefully people get the same response for when they have speakers and something to say. So I'm going to step under here. It's starting to rain a little bit because it's Seattle, and that's what happens in Seattle. So I hope everyone could hear what he was saying. If nothing else, he was reading a script that he had put together, basically responding to the CHAZ, is what everyone, they had dubbed this, the Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone. And what he was going for was a Capitol Hill occupied place. Is that how he worded it? You guys all heard it. So that's what he said. But again, this is another area right here where they've got another donation situation where it's a no-cop co-op, right? Like, people can donate and get what you need to kind of keep yourself juiced up, maintain, like, hungry people are angry people, right? So trying to make a change here, but yeah, you got, there it is. So this is what's going on. Yeah. But so he said he's gonna grab the mic here in a minute and actually get it going, but doesn't look like the crowd's all gathered up. But here's the thing, so once I get on the mic and start talking, I'm sure people will come back over and gather back up. I hope everyone can hear. I don't know if there's anybody trying to get on live. Let's go over here. We'll come back over here. It's kind of loud by the speaker, but we're going to go over here and get a little bit of a perspective of what's going on with the crowd. So we'll follow me this way. We'll go this one. But the dude that we were just talking to was really cool. Like, what's wild is there's no one officially who they have set up as the leaders of these groups. But what you're finding is, like, I know I might be getting this wrong, but they say, you know, not all people are, sometimes greatness is thrust on people, right? Like, and on that point, like, sometimes one of the biggest things we can focus on is that if you got a voice, you got to use it. And so what's happening is you got an opportunity for, you know, someone who feels strong on a mic, has something to say, and feels like they can get other people to listen. Time to speak up. That's exactly what you got to do.
They could hear you back there, just so you know.
Oh, they could?
Yeah.
People responded?
Yeah.
Okay, good deal, good deal. Was there any questions anyone had? Is there anything that anybody, I mean, like I said, I'm doing this because I wanted everyone that's tuning in and...
Your mic is a really good setup.
Was that?
You said your mic is a really good setup.
Well, thank you. So what we're trying to get done right now is just shine a light on what's really going on. You know, like, talk to some folks and see what's happening. What do you think? Does anyone on there want to talk to anyone else and ask any questions? Is there any, like, live feed people that want to come on with us? Don't be afraid, people. We can put you on live and see what's going on. Talk to some people here. What's funny is people with the microphone, they either clear out or they come in and they want to find out what's going on with the microphone. I'm just gonna carry one around with me and just.
Like that guy, the guy who was telling us to get
did
not walk on the mural, basically.
Yeah, the guy that told us don't walk on the mural.
He was just trying to get some.
Oh, got a little baller here. Yeah, some people just want to get on mic and they want to get on the camera. Yeah, which is fine. You know, everyone has something to say, and it's just a matter of what they want, who they want to say it to.
We're not intimidated at all.
No, it's not about intimidation. So, but what I would like to do is find out. So some of these people that are just sitting down out here, like, I'm curious if they're just came to see, came to watch, came to, like, participate, or what their story is. There's a lot of people that look, like, familiar from, like, the Bellevue protest too. Like, I've seen a couple people that I remember. There's a lot of kids here, actually, man. If you look over here, there's little kids playing soccer. They've got little kids with their dog. They got a pink dog. But I mean, it's pretty chill. I'm really hoping that they get some speakers that come in here and pop on here in a little bit, because I'd like for people to catch an opportunity to hopefully catch some positive messages. I know that last night there was some interesting folks that got on the microphone and that weren't wearing either A, enough clothes, or had B, enough to say. A little bit of lack of both, actually, clothes and content. But let's find some people that are sitting down that aren't wearing masks that are willing to chit chat. Some local folks. Let's talk to these guys. What are you guys doing? Oh, nope. See, people don't want to be. They don't want to be talked to. It's cool. I got you. They don't want to be interviewed or whatever. But apparently, like I said, was that a mask? Because I got painted. It's a microphone thing, man. It's crazy. Like, you have a microphone and all of a sudden people get like, I don't want to be on my... Honestly, it's... and I hope people don't take this the wrong way, but this is my opinion, so whatever. But it's almost like people feel... some people, like they're a lot more important in this moment than in their presence. I mean, well, that sounds bad. I want people to know they're important, but like, I don't want to be on camera. Like, come on, man. If anything, I guess maybe they don't understand what we're trying to do here, right? What we're trying to do is showcase that this is what's happening. No, what I want to know is I want people to realize outside that this is what's happening. We can gather like this. This is a possibility. That's a possibility. You know, they're part of the occupation, and that's fine. That's great. So let's go see what's going on over here. See if we can find some people to talk to. We'll go over here. Oh, you're good. You're good. Oh, there's pizza. That's why. They were deep in the conversation right there. Trying to chime in on someone else's flow there. Let's see what's going on over here. It's little kids and sidewalk art here. People behind us here. What's up? There he is again. How you doing, man? Good to see you. It's Wade Hudson, so rest in peace. Oh, sorry. Let's go over here. So yeah, like you can tell, like from us walking around, like it's just a free access, come and go as you please. There's no, no real, there's no security here that's telling people what to do and how to do it, where to go, or what you have to do. But you see a lot of people with coffee, with pizza, beverages. Everyone's chill. Everyone's taken care of because they've got, like I said, all these cool donation setups over here. And not to mention that the restaurants are all still open. So, you know what? That's what I'd like to do. I'd like to get, I don't know if you guys are interested. I've been interested in talking to like a local business owner, see what their thoughts are on everything that's happening. I know that down here they've got like that sushi joint that we went into last night. Also, there's a couple businesses that are over here that are doing their thing. So let's go ahead and see if we can find one and talk to them real quick while we're doing this right now. How you doing? Okay. Oh wait, sorry. Watch your step. That guy's probably gonna beat me up later. Watch. I'll feel bad if I get beat up by an 80-pound emo. That'd be terrible. Sorry if I'm offending any emos on the mic. That's just how it goes. But basically, at the end of the day, like what we've got is the. I love this right here. I don't know if you guys all saw this. It's on both sides of the street, and it runs the entire length of the occupied zone, which is Black Lives Matter. That's what we talked about at the very beginning. I don't know if you guys were tuned in, but we were saying, like, when you're a kid and you get in trouble, and they make you write a statement on the blackboard, like, I will not talk in class or whatever, and they make you write it like 100 times. I know I did plenty of that as a kid, but I like writing on blackboards, so whatever. But this is done, which I think is pretty symbolic. The more you say it, the more you repeat it, which you hear a lot of chants in these rallies and the protests where you have people that are actually out here saying what's important, what they want people to hear, which is Black Lives Matter, right? And it's not cliche. It's it's the actual format and the framework that people are working with right now, and that's what we're here to raise awareness for the Black lives that are being targeted, systematically hunted by, a lot of these forms of, police and the brutality that follows that. So, over to my left over here is the. It's kind of like the EMT zone. They don't want to be filmed or recorded. So, out of respect, we're not going to film them. But what's cool is they've got their own EMT setup over here. So these are actual like health workers that are out here, just as just as vital as ever, playing their part and taking care of people that are having issues, which is fantastic. And it's a good grouping of them. I mean, they're not on camera right now, like I said, but there's quite a few people that are out here and they're doing their part. They're volunteering their efforts and being a part of it. And also all around their area, they've got reference lines, they've got hotlines, they've got service organizational information that you can get a hold of if you're looking to get some more information about what they're doing. But they're handing out masks, gloves, obviously plenty of water, things to keep people, taken care of. So yeah, I mean, it's great. They're busy doing their thing. There's this bar down here that's right in the middle of this DMZ area. So we're gonna go and try to talk to them real quick and see if they're open. I don't know if they're. I would say we can talk to the chicken joint over here, but I don't want to violate the EMT's area. Plus, I don't think those people had much to say when we went in there before. So it's gonna look a little dead here for a minute. But while we're walking down here, anybody got any questions? Is there anybody that's popping up that has anything to say that?
Tara says, "What's up, CJ?"
Hey, what's up? How you doing, Tara? So yeah, this is the CHOP as it is now, not the CHAZ, the CHOP, and the CHOP, to change it from the CHAZ. So now it's just, it's just an opportunity for everyone to just say what they feel, express themselves, do what they need to do. So this is like the come in and go, man. You can do, if you want to come, you come. If you want to get out, you can drive right out, walk right out. No one's gonna put a gun to your head for being here, and no one's gonna put a gun to your head for leaving here. So it's an opportunity for you to just come and be a part of it. But now, you hear this guy over here was joking around, and he said it's like a big training camp for Antifa. Right, which is a joke because obviously you're not seeing that here at all. You're not seeing any of the Antifa pricks that are running around causing problems. Sorry if I've offended anyone from Antifa, but I don't really care if I offend anybody from Antifa. So let's see if anyone's here. Another thing. Cool. Nice. What's going on, man? Doing good. Hey, do you mind if I just ask you a few quick questions?
Yeah, what's up?
We're just curious, how is it for businesses right now down here? Like,
Oh, man, fine.
doing chill?
We're closed for the pandemic, so this is cool.
Are you seeing any issues with people coming in trying to extort you for money or?
Absolutely not. No, not at all.
No. Because you're seeing a lot of that in the news about how they've got gunmen that
Everything you're saying is a lie. Everything so far. I live and worked in this neighborhood for about 6 years. Actually, I've lived in there for about 10 years. I've been into the zone. It's just a park. It's just a place that we just want change from the police. That's it.
There it is.
Yeah.
Simple.
Everything, yeah. Everything on the news I've seen, complete false.
All fabrications. That's
Absolutely. Besides the spray paint on things, there has been nothing they've done to any business around here.
I would feel comfortable saying, and this might be me overstretching, but I would almost guarantee that with as much of a rallied community as we've seen for this, when this turns into whatever else it becomes, that same community is going to rally for cleanup. They're going to be a big part. I mean, you see people out here with picking up garbage that are just walking through the crowd.
Yeah, absolutely. People are all chipping in. People are staying overnight, donating food. Homeless people are coming in and eating the food. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Let's feed the homeless people.
Yeah.
People say the homeless are a problem.
I haven't seen that being a problem.
If anything, we're helping the problem.
Sure.
Finally, something's helping the problem.
Right.
So
we saw there was a clothing donation bin up there too, where people could give and take clothes up on the other side of the park.
Everything's been positive out there. Everything's been positive. All the speeches I've heard have just been mostly pretty much about, like equality. You know what I mean? There's a very big Indian, like a huge Indian population in this city. The name Seattle is Indian.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, if anything, everything's here for the good.
Absolutely. Could I ask you, what do you feel is going to be the conclusion, if you will? Or do you see a conclusion, like, to this?
I think it's less cops, more help. That's all it is. Take the cop money, instead of sending a cop to help with certain situations, let's send professionals to help with these situations. That's it.
Okay.
Nobody's asking for no cops. Everyone's asking for equality. That's it.
Right. Appreciate that. Yeah. So what he's saying is exactly what we're all thinking, which is that they need to make a change, right? And I'm hoping that one of the other questions I'm going to have for him when he comes back is how that pullout effort's going to be when it comes down to things changing. So one more question for you, then I'll let you get back to work here if we could. One of the things I'm curious about is you see like Trump on the news right now, right? And he's talking about like Inslee and the mayor of Seattle need to get their stuff together, or he's going to come in here with fire and brimstone and burn out these anarchist, socialist terrorists that are, you know, terrorizing this massive chunk of the Seattle city. Granted, we don't want to see that happen. We definitely don't want to see any military involvement, which, you know, there's all that litigation about how legal that would be, right? What do you think, in your opinion, as you've seen it develop out here?
Legally, I can't have you actually sitting at this bar right
Oh.
now because of the COVID, the whole situation.
Oh.
Really. So more of the only thing that's really hurt.
I wasn't actually sitting. I was leaning on my laurels.
The only thing that's really hurt the community right now is the COVID epidemic, honestly, and the pandemic. Like, what's going on right now is just going on for a change. People are sick of it, and I totally agree with them.
Awesome.
The system has been put in place pretty much to fuck with minorities forever, and no one's been doing anything about it, and this is bringing attention to everywhere, so that's good.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's
and
great.
it's all, people are coming in and seeing that this isn't anarchist or no rules, nothing. Nobody's getting hurt, nobody's doing anything wrong. There's not people on every corner with guns like people
Right.
have been saying.
Yeah.
I've been out there every day since, and I haven't seen one person with a gun.
No, either
Like,
way.
Yeah, so,
Yeah. There's no Antifa like checking IDs at the gates and or people that are coming in and fighting that.
Shouldn't all Americans be anti-fascist, right? I mean, fascism isn't really part of the democracy we're supposed to be a part of, right?
Yeah, it's not part of the mainstream like go-to.
So I don't know. So I think I think even the president should be anti-fascist. I'm not saying that is a gang or anything.
Sure.
But I think he should be anti-fascist. We should all be. But but I'm not saying I'm part of any gang.
Right.
Yeah. So that's
cool.
all I have to say.
Well, yeah, I appreciate you taking the time, man. Thank you, and keep doing what you guys are doing. It's awesome. Glad to see you're up and running and things are going good. All right, take care. Enjoy. So, yeah, man, like there's a perfect example of what we're talking about. You know, a local business that's busy doing business, and we put it up here. It's the Lost Lake Cafe and Lounge, doing their thing. I mean, staying with it. He had some opinions, which I think it's awesome to hear. Might go against what some people would say about the president needs to be anti-fascist. Not saying that he needs to join the Antifa, but he's saying that that should be part of like the American culture. That's, again, it's an opinion thing. That's his opinion, and that's fantastic. Anyone got anything to say about that? I saw you looking like you were going to say something.
Somebody, Clayton Kruger said, question, any police allowed to come in, and have they tried?
Clayton, that's a good question, man. No, I have seen no. Honestly, I haven't. Not only have I not seen police, but I haven't even in here. There's definitely no police. I'm sure they're under state, mandated order not to come into the area, just as a police force. But I haven't even seen any police outside of this area within, at least a 4 to 5 block radius. So what you've got is like a 6 block radius within these, the CHOP or the CHAZ. Whichever one you want to go with. But even outside, there's no police within a stone's throw. You can't see a cop anywhere, which is crazy because I grew up, I became an adult, we'll say. I moved to Seattle right out of high school and lived in this neighborhood, and there's always police presence. We're standing 2 blocks from a police station. You'd imagine you'd see police, and there's no police presence. And it's a Saturday night in Seattle, and there is the most calm vibe I've ever had in Seattle on a Saturday night. Normally you're going to see fights, you're going to see people that are excessively drunk acting a fool. Granted, people are here to party too. Bars are open, they're serving, but end of the day, people are acting pretty chill. So no, Clayton, I have seen no police, and I haven't, there's no real guards to say per se, so there's no one to say the police aren't allowed to come in. I have a buddy, Joe, my buddy Joe, he was wearing a security uniform. He was getting off work, and he was coming downtown just to check it out on his way home while he was on break from work. And someone was kind of sweating him. They were like, "Hey, man, are you undercover?" He's wearing a security shirt, a security flak jacket with the light. I mean, I don't know how undercover that is, but there's a lot of idiots. I don't want to say idiots, but I just did. So I'm going to say it. There's a lot of idiots. But you're going to say what?
So Ryan says, is anyone in the abandoned police station, is it still locked up, or are any people staying there?
So right now, the 12th precinct, what happened is last night it was 100% boarded up. All the glass was covered. Everything was taken. It was 100% boarded up and gated off. As of today, they pulled the boards off the front windows on the steps to the entrance. And I think that was just to kind of show a sign of presence to let the people here know that the police are back in the station. You're laughing. What's going on? There's something. Someone else has something to say?
I think I'm asserting what Steve Phillips said.
What does Steve say? Steve's got something to say. What are you saying, Steve? What's up?
In my own opinion.
Apparently, Steve thinks the president's a testicle.
And then somebody says this is Seattle.
This is Seattle, yes. But Steve, you look like an emaciated Donald Trump.
CJ, that was from Carson Mosley.
Right on. Well, I appreciate the shout outs, everybody. But yeah, we're definitely in Seattle. We're up on Capitol Hill right now, up in the CHAZ or the CHOP, whatever you want to go with. But at the end of the day, though, what we're really looking at is this is the edge. Like, so this is like the DMZ, right? So you got a barricade behind me over here. You've got the beginning of the park over here. Medic stations here. Steve, right? It's Steve. I know it's you, Steve. I know it's you, Steve. Here's a donation bin, dog. I got to dress the part. Don't worry about what I'm doing. Hey, Catherine in Alaska. What's happening? So, yeah, you're getting this, though. I mean, a lot of businesses that are still, closed up. It's a bookstore. Probably a smart play. But, I mean, windows aren't boarded up and they're not broken out either. So right now we're up on Capitol Hill, Seattle. And we're running right up one block off Broadway, which is one block over here, which is the main drag through Capitol Hill, right? What you've got is the main park in Capitol Hill. And the setup kind of right now, the way they've got it set up, is they got the medic tent right over here, which is running outside of an operational business. So you've got the... okay. I don't have your number. I don't know her number. But... just saying. Okay, so look across right here. So you got people that are creating art, right? So remember I said that, remember originally I showed you that Kurt Cobain piece that they did over here? Well, someone's doing a new piece on top of that. So, yeah, so I'm sure that they probably don't want us recording them. Right now, it's a different blend. There's about as many people as there were last night. Honestly, well, what you've got to... So what you've got is a little bit of a blend. So you've got your protest area. I keep saying protest. You got your public format over here where people are doing their speeches. But then up the block, they've got a band that's playing up there. So the crowd's kind of pooled in different directions right now. You've got your speeches. You've got your Native American drums over here. And then up one more block, you've got the band that's about to go on. And so really it's just like... It's just whatever you want, really. They were going to do speeches here a little bit ago, but they never kicked that off. So let's go check it out. Let's see where the crowds are. So, yes, don't judge me, Steve. Don't judge me. It's always a party with Steve. So yeah, here, check it out. So now you can kind of see the grouping of people. So. I don't, Steve. You emaciated skeleton. So I'm gonna see you next week. So yeah, over here you can take a look. You've got the park, right? Not as many people over there, kinda. And then up here, you've got the band started, so they're playing right now. And then below that, the Native American drum circle was going on. So, man, this guy's got my head spun. Now I'm afraid to walk on this. Like. He's in my head right now, man. Anyway, so yeah, so what you've got is a lot of things happening, like, like behind me over there, dude spray painting the street, whatever. That's their prerogative, to do what they want.
Derek asked, was wondering if Crazy Cats will come out a bit later.
Crazy who?
Like Crazy Cats, like Crazy People or whatever.
They're out. Well, they're out. The crazy people. So someone just asked if the crazy people are out. They're not. Last night we saw it, but what you're getting is a lot of people that are mentally. Not a lot of people. Seattle's got a situation where there's a lot of people that are mentally unstable. There's a lot of homeless community here, and you're gonna have free food and an opportunity for them to find shelter as well. They're gonna come out too. So and. You put a lot of energy on that, and sometimes it exploits some of the psychosomatic situations they're going through. So yeah, you're going to see crazy people. I don't know how crazy they really are, but you're definitely going to see a different blend of people. But I don't know what you mean by crazy though, D. Like if you're talking about just
like there's your occasional homeless man that's on drugs,
and not even just saying they're homeless, but there are people that are on drugs and that are drunk, real drunk. But that's just because, hey, the world's got problems, right? The world's got problems. So do people. Let's go over here real quick and check out. So the vigil is actually lit right now. And bless you, dude. He sneezed.
Walk
So, what's that?
We got a lot more viewers.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. So, right now we're over at the memorial right here. So this is like the candlelit vigil that they've got for a lot of the people whose lives have been lost during this, that are showcasing some of the movement. Yeah, no, Miranda Watson. Yeah, no, last night when the dude said that about giving $10, like that was ridiculous. Absolutely, right, yeah. So what we got going here is the memorial, right? So candlelit vigil for. If you come over here, we'll check it out. So it's not just George Floyd, but they've got a lot of people in the wake of a lot of the police brutality and violence that they've been fighting that have lost their lives. And what you're going to find here, too, is that it's not just, as you've seen a lot with a lot of the Black Lives Matter movement, you've seen a lot of Native Americans and other people of color that have had to deal with a lot of the violence and a lot of the divisive ways of some of like the political systems that are in play that are really putting them under boot and causing issues for them on a systemic level, which is what they're trying to change right now. So, but if you get close enough, you can see it's pretty dope. Like this has been set up like this from the jump, and it's pretty moving. I mean, and this is the temperament of this entire gathering, of this entire event. Everything that's going on behind me, everything that's going on around me, has been about this opportunity to shine a light on what's happened and what's really happening here on Capitol Hill, in Seattle, in Washington, in the United States, in the world. And if anything, hopefully we'll be able to get a number of people to really realize what's really happening on Capitol Hill here. So if you want to go ahead and get on Google right now and Google CHAZ and see what pops up on mainstream media, I guarantee the format that you're going to see, these are candles that are lit. You're going to see buildings on fire. Totally different than what's really going on, obviously. So we're going to take a walk down here. I'm going to show you some of the other stuff going on. So again, like I said, we're going to keep doing this so everyone kind of see what's happening. These are the barricades that they're talking about, right? Obviously, these aren't going to stop much, but they're just here to kind of showcase that they're not letting cars through openly. They're kind of slowing them down because they don't want people to get run over. There's a lot of people that are walking here, a lot of children, obviously. So what they're doing is they're slowing cars down. People are letting cars through, though, because they want to make sure that they can get into... I mean, people live here still, and people got to do business here. They got to donate or deliver a lot of the goods to this place. So you're still seeing a lot of that. But let's move up the block here a little bit, and I'll show you what's going on up here. There you go. Trying to take care of a lot of like the negativity, saging right there, which is awesome. Native American practice. Immediately I said that and I had to think about it, but I'm pretty sure that we're on point with saying that. But
Steve asked if there's a lot of vendors.
I wouldn't call them vendors, Steve. There's not really vendors out right now. There's there's t-shirt sales guys out here that are trying to sell Black Lives Matter shirts, but I'll show you what we do have. So look over here, this is like they call it the No Cop Co-op. And what you've got is, it's a donation station with, you can see stockpiles of water back here. Here, walk this way with me. They're talking about people hydrating up. They want people to stay healthy, happy, and moving in the right direction right now. So come look this way, if you will. Everything's about raising some awareness, right? You've got masks, gloves, sanitizer right here, over here, and this is all free. Like it says right up here, they're not taking any kind of monetary donations. They're taking donations of food, products, any material that might help this event. They have dog food back here for any people that have their animals with them. But like I said, everything here is by donation, by the community, as we talked earlier. So the community that everyone's talking about that's being terrorized and, you know, run into the ground, that's the community that's actually donating all these items and supplies here. So yeah, if you look over here and you get a good shot of what's all the donation stuff here, which is really awesome. Everything, like I said, from masks to coffee. Still doing good? Staying warm? Good deal, good deal. Yay. Oh, I'm good right now. We'll be back. I will be back though. And I'm sure there'll still be some here. Thank you.
Am I doing it right?
Yeah, I'm just going to ignore you right now, Steve. I love you, but no. So this is super cool too. Someone mentioned it was like a farmer's market, but like what you got here is all fresh produce that people have donated, canned goods. You've got, these are also takeaway. It's not just for people obviously to pop a can of SpaghettiOs right here. This is for people that maybe, if you think about right now, you got a lot of people that are out of work, having trouble with their bills, having trouble maybe even gathering groceries for your families. I mean, they're opening this up for whatever you need. If you need to get some food to take home, food for whatever, that's all here for you. So
They're not accepting any cash.
like I said, go ahead and grab what you like. I mean, and this is all about, I mean, everything from these coolers, everything in here, all of this, I hope everyone can appreciate what you really got here, which is this is all by donation too. So everything here is 100% donated. So it's none of this is, and I said it one more time, but I'm going to show it again. Oh, you can look over here. We'll show you. Look back over here. So like it says right up over here, is we do not accept donations of any kind, other than your time and or food or other materials that might help the process of what we're going through right now. So, dude, just don't even read. Don't even read. Good. So, yeah, so we're gonna move up here and we're gonna show you guys. Anyone that's just tuning in, we're gonna go check out the 12th precinct real quick, and I'll show you exactly what we're talking about with the occupied police station right now. So you want to roll it this way with me? We'll take a look at that. Pardon me. And then we're gonna come back down here, and actually I wanted to talk to some of the natives that are down here that were involved in the drum circle. But I really want to kind of get a chance to shine a light on the police station up here and do that and get up here. I don't know why he was shouting that at me. That was odd. But so what we're doing right now is we're moving up towards the so this is some of the t-shirts they have right here, like Black Lives Matter shirts. I got them in all different sizes, so if you need a shirt. What's crazy is you look at some of the art over here, man, which is incredible. Like all the way up this block, a lot of this graffiti art, right? But they've got a lot of stuff here that's just really incredibly artistic. Like it's people that put stuff together. What's that?
Gordy asked, are any of the businesses in the area able to operate?
The businesses are all able to operate. We were just in a bar down the street that's open for business, and they're loving what's happening. They're seeing people coming back into business. They've been shut down. The only problem they've seen is from COVID, not from this protest, not from this street occupation. They've actually had more business because of this, because there's people here. But they're supporting, the community here is supporting the local businesses. So there's not been a problem with businesses not being open and people being shut down. So no, it's been great. It's been really great. Dude, just leave. If it's him, just stop, dude. Stop. Anyway, so that's hella distracting, dude. Hey, don't even pay attention. It's hella distracting. So what we're gonna do here is I'm gonna show you guys the background over here. So this right here is the 12th precinct. For anybody that's just tuning in, this is the police station that they're talking about being occupied or overrun by anarchists, whatever you want to say. What happened was the police actually pulled out, boarded it all up. Now, one of the developments that we have seen is like, so these front windows right here, yesterday, last night while we were here, that was all boarded up. So what they've done now, I don't know what the efforts are by the police, but they've come back in now and they've taken boards off the windows just to show a sign of presence. So whatever that might mean, who knows, but they're definitely letting the world know that, like, or the people of the community right now know that they're in the building, right? But no, this has been a non-operational police business or police building now since the beginning of the occupation. So this is the 12th precinct. I don't know if you can look up here at the top, like where it's got it up here. Hey, up there. Yeah, but it says the Seattle People Department, right? So the police department's been X'd out on that. So, and you're starting to see things like this, like.
Is anybody giving us shit for being out here?
No. The only thing that we've got is someone told me not to walk on the Black Lives Matter mural, which is down the street there and painted right down the middle of the road. So, but it was just some guy. But no one's giving us any problems for being out here because we're out here. I mean, everybody's just out here. You know what I mean? There's kids out here. There's people that are just out here to be a part of this. People that are just out here in solidarity to show their support. So really, no one's giving any grief, but really what you got is a lot of opportunities for people to speak their piece, show a little bit of their own view and a little bit of their anger, whatever they're feeling about everything that's happening right now. Because this isn't just about Capitol Hill. It's not just about Seattle. This is about the entire world and how things are being affected right now. But right now, it's working on a national level, right? Like what we've got is epicenter, which is amazing that this is happening right here because it's really giving everybody a chance to see on a small scale like what's happening in a macro situation, right? I don't know if I'm explaining that the right way, but anyway, we're gonna pop up here a little bit and I'm gonna show you guys this is the band that was playing when the So originally when the police came in and pushed everybody out, like when the police showed up and they started tear gassing originally, and they started popping off all the flashbang grenades and all that, this band was playing, and actually they kept playing during that initial onslaught of the police trying to push everybody out, which is pretty wild. But
Somebody asked me if there's a curfew for people to stay out here.
no, there's no curfew out here. No, it's not like that at all. No, come here real quick over here. This is an occupation. There's no curfew here. There's no police presence. This is all self-governed by the people here. So this entire thing is an occupation by the people for the people. So the regulations, the rules, everything that's in place right now is being governed by the people here, and it's peaceful and it's managed. It's well taken care of. What you're seeing right now is a self-governed opportunity for people to make their own choices and to do things as they see fit. And honestly, I have yet to be to a gathering in Seattle that's been this well taken care of, this well managed, if you will, by the lack thereof of management. What you've got is people that are acting right because they don't have someone telling them to stop being who they are, right? Like, everybody here is just doing their own thing and acting right. The people are policing each other, and I think that's incredible right now. So you don't have a lot of people that are acting a fool because they've got all these people that are going to go ahead and put them in check, which is awesome. This is great. So yeah,
Are people getting sick? It seems like some of these crowds are asses and elbows.
There's a lot of asses and elbows. That is a fact. I don't know if people are getting sick. I haven't asked anybody if they're feeling pinkish or under the weather, but you do have I'm not wearing a mask right now, and that's just because I'm a big guy and I got a microphone, and wearing a mask and me in that combination, I don't think anybody would talk to us. But no, they're handing out masks, gloves, sanitizer at all the different stations everywhere. So no, this will go on. There'll be people out here all night. Literally, the thing about this right now that people need to understand is that this is an occupation, right? So by that definition, people can't leave. So you've got people that are out here going wild, right? That are doing this. This dies down, but people stay out here all night, and it's almost like an occupation in shifts. People that aren't going anywhere that are staying here, right? They can't leave. They don't want to leave, you know? I mean, this is all part of that movement that they're a part of. So I wish I could tell you the name of the band playing right now. I got to ask somebody and see if anybody knows the name of the band that's playing right now. I don't know who that would be, but
Mark from Arizona is here, and he just thanks you for being here to show the world what's going on.
Oh, you're welcome, Mark. I'm glad you're tuned in from Arizona, man. Like, yeah. What got me, and I hope that this is what everyone else is seeing too, is that like I tuned into some of the mainstream media and I started seeing what was happening out here, and it blew my mind. And then I came out here, and it was all lies, all fabrications, all false. This is 100% different than what you're seeing on any of the major media broadcasting.
It's like a festival, really.
They don't want it to be known as a festival. What it is a grouping of people that are here for a good reason, that are here for a cause, that are here to be a part of something great, you know? So right now, like this, oh, you catch this in the background over here. They're rocking one of the greatest speakers of peace and the combiners of people. You got Bob Marley playing in the background right now.
Somebody asked if they have tacos and CHAZ.
Lots of tacos and CHAZ.
Actually, based on their
Yeah. So if you got up here in the background, you can see the band playing right now.
Joint in his hand.
Sage. But it does look like a Cheech and Chong doobie.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the just Steve. 3 more times, Steve, and I'm turning it off. Nah, this is great, man. This is fantastic. So everything out here is great. Like people that are curious, yeah, no, this is open for anybody to be here, and everyone that is here is maintaining and acting right. This gentleman spoke last night, the guy with the bicycle right here, which is crazy out of all these people, man, that he sees some of the same people that maybe I can get his attention real quick and I can talk to him for a second. His gentleman over here with the bike, but so this is great, man. This is just a lot of people. I want to go down and talk to some of the Native Americans that are down here that were in that were part of the drum circle. I mean, we can stay up here and listen to a band play, but I mean, or you could just turn the radio on. But this is hella cool though. This is really fantastic. A lot of people that are just up here like being a part of it, which is awesome. But I really want to get down there and talk to some of like some of the natives, or my man over here, which is cool. Like he was, like I said, he was on mic last night. Not the guy that talked about giving $10 to a black person.
How much longer do you think before the police take it back? In your opinion?
That's a tough one, man. I've asked a lot of people here. So the question that was posed was, how long do I feel this will go on before the police take it back? And right now you've got the backing of the mayor, who feels that the city right now is doing just fine, that this might be a next like love fest for the summer. So based off the mayor, like we're saying that it could go on for the entire summer. Do I think that's really a possibility? I don't think so. But no one really has an answer for that. Like the exit strategy, I don't know. I really don't know what. But if this maintains the way it is, I don't see any reason for it to be taken back. I mean, this is working out so far. Granted, it's only been like a week, but who knows? I mean, if they can do it, people can self-govern, self-manage. There's no reason for it to really change. You know what I mean? But businesses are open. Like behind me, all these businesses are open. Everyone's able to operate normally if they choose to. So that's up to.
He says thanks for doing this. He's sharing it to a ton of groups.
That's great. I appreciate you, Steve. Thanks so much for putting that out there, man. I think everybody needs to see this, man. This is what can happen when people are able to go ahead and take care of being normal individuals. Like, all too often, people assume the worst from people, and they subject them to go ahead rules, regulations, and a big steel-toe boot that they don't need, you know?
Derek says, get yourself a cold brew and a taco because you earned it.
Thank you very much. Taco maybe, but not a cold brew. I'm all right on that. But this is great, man. This whole thing, like all of this and all that down there is exactly why we're here, man. This whole thing is the entire reason that like these protests and these movements are actually going to take traction, is because everyone here has came together for the same reason, right? And it's peaceful, non-violent. It's got a theme, a message. It's got the current underneath it is 100% wonderful, man. It's all about love, and it's all about this unity that people are trying to come together here. You're seeing a lot of handshakes, I mean, as best you can during COVID, right? A lot of high fives, this kind of vibe, man. This is all love, which is great. You got people that are all blacked out, that are more nervous about it. They're like, you know, they don't like seeing this guy with a microphone, but whatever, you know what I mean? Like, which is funny to me, because if you got an issue with people out here, like, recording this and being a part of it, everybody's about to hit the wire. Sorry, as a drone is overhead. It's funny.
Somebody says the hell. You're hearing that the Hell's Angels are headed to CHAZ to break it up. Have you heard about this?
So someone just said that the Hell's Angels are heading to CHAZ to break it up. No, I mean, I've heard nothing about it, and I have a lot of conversations with the Hell's Angels. We spend a lot of time talking. No, I don't know. I'm not throwing that back at you, but no, I haven't heard anything about that. If anybody listening right now has any information about the Hell's Angels, I don't know. I'd be interested to find out too if they plan on riding into town, you know. But I don't know.
Somebody asked how many people you guys are here.
Man, I couldn't even tell you how tall that building is. I'm terrible with numbers.
I'd probably say probably over 1,000.
Oh no, there's more than 1,000. There's probably close to 1,000 right here. I would give it probably. I mean, at its height, there's about 10,000 people here. I would give it. I mean, when it was at its fullest, it's thinned out a little bit, but they come in waves. So you got people that are coming out. Earlier, there was a lot of people here with children, families. So there's kind of like a vibe that's changed a little bit. So that's not cool. So hey, let's look at this over here. So this is what you got going, where you're going to see a lot of people that are going to have problems. You got these people over here burning. I mean, I hate showcasing this. So there's someone over here burning. Yeah, so someone, I mean, it sucks to see it, but that's expression, man. That's their right. You know what I mean? And I suppose that at this point, okay, well, so I wouldn't be able to tell you what Antifa looks like. I wouldn't be able to tell you what that organization would look like if I were looking at them. I mean, people have said stereotypically they're wearing all black and they're, you know, that's their look. That's, I mean, what I'm seeing over there.
Stephanie says, really, how many are black like people? Does this feel representative of black culture? I heard it's got a white festival culture vibe.
I don't know what a white festival culture vibe would be, but it's a blended culture vibe. I'll give it that. From what I've seen today, you've got a reggae band playing up here, reggae band. You got a drum circle down here, Native American drum circle. I'm seeing a lot more Native American presence today than there was yesterday, which is really cool because it's shining a light on another part of the Black Lives Matter movement, which is to showcase that people of color are being systematically oppressed throughout, the world, nation. But here in Seattle, we're getting a chance to see it firsthand, what people feel about that. So, but you are seeing a lot of Native Americans, and it's a blended culture event. I mean, some people are saying that it's just a big love fest, that it's a, kind of like a hippie vibe, but I wouldn't say that at all. I don't feel like it's a white people party by any stretch of the imagination. I think it's.
Somebody asked if that's the police station right there.
Yeah. So if you're just tuning in, yeah. So that is the police station back there. That's the 12th precinct that's shut down. It's been abandoned, right, by the police. But right now, what they've got going is it's been boarded up and left. So no one's in the 12th precinct right now.
Yeah, there's nobody occupying.
Yeah. So there's no occupation of the police station. There's no one that's actually. There's no. I mean, for what I thought was originally was that there was people that had taken over the police station. The police left, boarded it up, shut it down, took all of their important items and I'm sure guns and everything else out of the police station, shut it down and left. But like I said a little bit ago, the one thing that you are seeing is at the front of the police station where the windows are, originally were all boarded up, and as of tonight, the windows are unboarded. And I think that someone told me that was kind of a sign of presence by the police to kind of let people know that they're still there, right? But I mean, if you look up at these windows of the police station and of everything, I mean, what's wild is there's a TV on up here in the police station over here. Brandon. But I mean, I don't know if that means there's somebody up there watching TV or what, but I'd be curious to know what this person with the drone right here, what they're seeing, because I don't know who's up in the cop shop, but there's there's people up there, I think. I don't know. Oh, that guy. Oh, let's talk to him real quick. I'm curious. Are you able to see what's going on too? Are you able to see if there's anybody up in that window? Like there's the TV on in the police station. I'm curious if there's anybody up there.
See if there's anybody up there.
I don't want you guys to hit the wires though.
We're having the guys with the drone.
That's impressive, man. That's impressive. Yeah, we're gonna walk up here and check it out. Yeah, so my man here with the drone. So we're gonna find out if there's anyone in the cop shop right now. So there's, I don't think so. No, just they left the TV on. Yeah, so it's cool. There's my dude's got a drone up here. We're trying to see if because the reason we're asking is yesterday this was all boarded up, right? But then now tonight the windows are all unboarded up front here. So I don't know if the police are trying to show I don't see anybody in there. Oh, look at that. I don't even see this. Nope, nobody in there. Man, that's lavish. Is that someone's apartment?
Yeah, I guess it's.
Oh man, now we're just peeping toms. Whoops. I mean, yeah, no, this police station totally empty. No one's in there. I feel sorry for those folks. I wouldn't want to live above the cop shop. That's a terrible place to live, especially right now. That would terrify me. Okay, nobody was home. I think they left their TV on and went to Tallahassee.
We confirmed it.
Thanks, guys. That's impressive, man. I tried flying a drone at my brother-in-law's house, my sister and brother-in-law's place, and I crashed into their house and broke the street sign. Or the
Brandon, what's the end game here?
That's a good question, Brandon. So that's what I've been asking people is where anybody sees it going. So what I'm hoping to do is find people on an organizational level that have an idea of where they want to see it go. But right now, I keep asking, what's the exit strategy? What the idea, I think, commonplace thought here as an occupation is they don't plan on leaving. Everybody plans on staying here and occupying this area. Ideally, I think the people that are really putting this, not together, but that are the glue that's binding this event, they're hoping that they can keep this running indefinitely. They don't want to see this end, They want to see the police pull out They would like to see, someone I heard talked about turning the police station into a community center, educational center for youth, who knows. But that also plays into the defunding the police. And one of the things I've heard as a common theme for defunding the police is that they're talking a lot about what they're going to do with those resources. They're talking about taking the resources that they take from the police department, putting it into youth organizations, educational organizations, and back into the schools. But it looks like someone's got a question. What's up?
Somebody said, are there outhouses?
Yeah, there are bathrooms. So anyone asking, yeah. So there's bathrooms that are being serviced by an actual business. I think it's voluntary and donated services. Everything here is donated. So all of this, everything you're seeing, the food, the services, everything is by donation. Everything here is 100% by the people for the people. They do have outhouses, bathrooms. The businesses themselves are open up, and they're actually allowing people in to use the bathrooms. So this whole area it's still functional. It's 100% thriving and vibrant. So.
And then, Michelle said someone live streaming earlier was saying that police were going in and out just through another entrance.
No. I mean, we've been here most of the day, and there's been no police presence at all. I'm pretty sure at this point that this group that's here wouldn't allow, and I hate saying this because you guys got to appreciate that I don't have all the facts either. I'm just showcasing what's happening here. But I would say that it's safe to assume that the police would not be allowed into this area. And I think that's what fuels a lot of the fire for people that are saying this is like an organization of socialist anarchy, and say what you will, but this is not that very big of an area. It's a park, basically. And I don't want to diminish what's happening here, but if you look behind me, you've got basically they say 6 square blocks, right? You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Basically 6 blocks up and about 2 blocks the other direction. They've got the main park, which is being used, and other than that, this is all just open. I mean, it's the only thing that's not allowed in here is they're not allowing anyone. There's no violence. People aren't allowing that in here. I mean, I've seen some tensions run a little high, and very, very small doses. Very small doses. But for the most part, no. It's been the most incredibly laid back and chilled situation that I've been a part of in Seattle in a long time. And I've been to a lot of festivals. I've been to a lot of white festivals, if you will. Stephanie, I'm not clowning, but I mean, I know what you're saying though.
So somebody's wondering what CHOP stands for.
There was a couple things. A gentleman who actually coined CHOP, and we'll have to run the tape back on that one, but it's the Capitol Hill Occupied by the People is one of the things that it stands for. Or the Capitol Hill Occupational Protest is the other one. So it's the CHOP is about the occupation and the protest. And because they don't want to go with the autonomous zone, that kind of takes away from the focus of what's happening here. And so one of the organizers of the speeches, which I want to go down and check out right now, because it looks like the lights have cut out a little bit and the speeches are back in full effect. My man here behind me, he's been here for a while, like recording. And I want to know, hey, my man, you mind if we talk to you for a minute?
Yeah, sure.
Cool. I just want to talk to you a little about like what you got going here and what you've experienced since you've been out here, being a part of this.
Well, what I experienced was, I got interviewed earlier. What I experienced is people finally saw what black people have been saying for decades and decades, when you literally saw a man standing on a man's neck, sucking the life out of him, you know what I mean? That's in real life how we feel every day. So this is a beautiful thing to see that other people feel that, and they're coming out and they want to say Black Lives Matter. And what I've been asking for, I've spoken a couple times, is say this is great, but we need your financial support. We need you financially supporting us with our black banks. One United Bank, go open up a bank account. We need to get, this is a zone right here. Let's get a black bank system going up in here. Let's get mortgage and deeds. Let's get grocery system. Let's go on. Let's get education. Let's get trade. That's what I see should happen from this. Those underserved and underprivileged and who's been getting their neck stepped on should benefit from the defunding of the police.
Absolutely. We talked to some folks up here earlier that they ran a youth center for a black youth center, and they were talking about one of the appropriations of the funds coming from the police going more towards that effort. And,
yeah, we definitely want to put money into the youth. The youth are the future, but we also want to put money into business owners, business ownership, real business ownership. We want to get into tech. We want to get into STEM. Like, that's what we are. You know what I'm saying? We need education centers down here with the right curriculum, with the proper computers, with the proper infrastructure, you know, like everybody else gets. That's what we need for our society. We need the opportunities, the door open for us. And that's what should come from this. All this movement is about black men being killed, black women being killed for no reason whatsoever than their skin. And it's time for the chickens to come home to roost.
There you go. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Let me ask you one more quick question, actually. I know a couple people have asked here. The occupation that we have right now, what do you see as the outcome? I mean, physically, like realistically, how do you see all this playing out?
Well, realistically, of course, you know, at some point, the police may want to come back. But this is how I look at the police leaving. I look at it like you look in the mirror, and for the first time, you're looking at more than your outfit. You don't like what you see, so you run from the reflection, but you can't run from yourself. So that's what I see. The outcome I see, they're going to come back. They may want to take it by force, but as far as, I don't think it's just going to be that simple. I think it's at this point, this is our tax money. This is our society. You can't keep killing people. You can't keep beating women, punching women in their mouth and all kind of things, attacking Air Force veterans with lies and not firing a person, not having that person jailed for kidnapping. You can't keep kidnapping us.
Yeah.
You just can't keep doing it, you know, so it's over. It ends now. Those monies will be defunded and we will reappropriate that. Like I said, we want to set up a black banking system. We want to set up what I call cool zones, collective of obligated leaders. It's a zone where you have, similar to a Chinatown, but for black America, where we have our own zone where all legislative meetings, all city council meetings are held within cool zones because that's where they get you at out here. And those are liberal allies who I talk to as well. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's great. Hey, I appreciate what you got to say there. Thank you so much, man.
I appreciate you, my man.
Absolutely. Be good. All right. You're welcome. So what we got going here, man, is we're putting this on live. So we've had a lot of people on frequency just kind of watching this right now, but we're putting together as much media content as possible to dispel a lot of the negativity that we're seeing in mainstream media.
What's your live?
So right now it's CJ Halliburton. You can just get on there and check that out. So
I would like to send you what I've been sending. I got interviewed by the Today Show. I was on there this morning.
Okay.
And a couple other platforms. I just spoke at the rally not too long ago, and I spoke up here about my plan. I call it Divestation 2020. I'm a spoken word artist, so last year people know I've been at Spoken Words speaking.
Man, I'm talking my heart right now.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Everybody know I've been at the Spoken Word speaking Divest to Invest since October of last year.
So are you from this area then?
No, I'm from Cleveland.
Oh, because they used to have the CHAZ, the Capitol Hill Arts Center up here, and that was like the spoken word hub. Back when we had like the Seattle Slam was like the big deal, and we won the national.
I used to hear about that.
Man, we had a team.
See, there's no real place now. We need to get a real place for spoken word artists right now. There's words.
What are you saying? For real?
Like a real dedicated place, ownership, ride with us. Spoken word artists come out. I go by Original Thought, Spoken Word, Rich Thought, Facebook. But what I'm saying is my plan, Divestation 2020, similar to what they came out, Blackout 2020, but I have records that I've been posting this since last year.
Okay.
I've got receipts, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But it calls for a black banking system. It calls for schools, education, proper education. It calls for our allies to finance black American businesses. Go spend your money with black American businesses of high integrity, high quality, so we can financially support ourselves. Then we can fight and stop being killed. Because until we can financially have our own system in place, our history books are going to be changed. You know, our life is going to be choked out of us.
Absolutely.
You know, until we can financially have our own, and until a political party, or we form our own political party, or we hold these political parties hostage. I told him at the rally earlier, if Joe Biden comes up with a plan for Black America, we'll vote for you. If Donald Trump comes up with a plan for Black America, we'll vote for you.
What's your thoughts on that, Joe? I saw Donald Trump today said that he's assisted black Americans more than any other president in history.
Well, we know that's not true.
Right.
But if he comes with a real plan, he's the president, so we need executive order. Speaking of which, part of my plan, Divestation 2020, it calls for an executive order stating that slavery and Jim Crow laws did undue harm to black people, not allowing us the fair chance to live the promise that America gave us, and we need an executive order stating that, and that can lead to cash, land, and opportunity reparations. ASAP, forthwith, right now, before the election.
I love it. Man, that's beautiful. And this is exactly what we're talking about. One of the things we've been working on is people that have a plan from this, right? This is great to do, but what's gonna be done? Yeah, what's gonna happen? Are we laying a foundation? That's what you're talking about.
We want that admission to get. We'll start with Jenny Durkin. Jenny Durkin, we need an admission that the city of Seattle, the state of Washington, did undue harm in housing and hiring practices to black Americans, and it's have jailing of black Americans for marijuana, and its unjust system of not letting black Americans own marijuana shops now, when you have a disproportionate number of black Americans in jail for that. Jenny Durkin, we're speaking to you now. Before you take this place back, we need something on paper stating that it's going to be different, and we need funds allocated for black business ASAP.
Do you feel like she supports this movement right down here?
Well,
that's a tough question, I know, because she said some stuff in media lately that
she
said
would be silly to, because she's the mayor of the city,
right?
And you know, regardless, it's going to look bad for you. You know, however it goes. But she has a chance to come out of this smelling like roses if you wake up and realize, like, be on the right side of history. Was anybody else slaved in America? Was anybody else have their mama and their daddy stripped away from them, their brothers, their sisters, their mama raped repeatedly, their sisters raped repeatedly? Right. Nobody. How the fuck are we on equal ground? Right. That don't even make fucking sense to me. Yeah. Tulsa, Oklahoma, 1921. Donald Trump just tried to commit emotional trauma on black people, saying he was going to have a rally on that day. We know that coward was going to have a rally on that day, because this time is different, baby. Make no mistakes. This time is different. I'm from East Cleveland, Ohio. We different this time. Ain't nobody getting their neck stepped on no more. You got that fucked up. So that rally wasn't going to happen. No. Because he knew what was coming his way. He got intel. Right. He knew thousands and thousands and thousands of Negroes was about to divulge on fucking Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Everybody loves what you're saying.
Speaking of which, let's think about the shootout in Texas where you had all those gangs shooting with the police. Mexican gangs and white gangs. Not one fucking charge against nobody. But you out here choking a man out for what was a real $20 bill? Because you had a problem because he finally fucked the bartender you wanted? You know what I'm saying?
No, you're hitting a chord, because really what it comes down to is this, you talk a lot about the police and about this organizational situations, but a lot of times you got individuals that have beef and they got problems.
Men, it's about money or it's about pussy. Excuse my language.
Hey, he's not lying. He's not lying. He's not lying. He's not lying.
Bottom line.
Man.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's what we need. That's what we want from Jenny Durkin. Governor Inslee, what we need from you. We need executive order from the state of Washington saying the housing practices, the minority status. Let's talk about that. In September, white women will now be allowed to claim minority status again in the state of Washington. Thusly, I'm a contractor in infrastructure. Thusly, a white woman can go and take contracts from me. And what in part was going to happen, these same companies, while they took their law away, are going to now put those women back in position to open companies. I wouldn't name the companies because I have extensive work with these unions out here, and they know I will name names. They know me. If they're on their feed, they're hoping I don't name names right now, because normally I do, because you got to call these bastards out. Yeah. You're not going to step on our neck and not get called out. Bottom line. Bottom line. You step on our necks, you're getting called out. So I will start calling out the unpracticed law of Jay Inslee. You have to stop what's going to happen in September to the minority status law. That's unfair. How can we know affirmative action passed because white women were a part of affirmative action? I spoke that at the rally earlier. Right. So when people talk about affirmative action, make no mistakes. Affirmative action never would have passed if white women weren't involved. They didn't like Martin Luther King until about 20 years after he was dead.
Now you're speaking right there, yeah. No.
And the last thing Martin Luther King said was not "I have a dream." It was "Have I delivered my people into the hands of a devil?" That was the last thing he said before he died. He was done dreaming. We're no longer dreaming. We're no longer docile. We grew up in Christianity. We don't buy into the docile Christianity that was brought to you. You don't want people to read, but you want to give them Christianity because you don't want them to rise up against you. And that's what the fear is right now. The most dangerous thing, the most relevant quote that came out of this administration so far was when Mitch McConnell said, what Donald Trump and him are doing to the court system is going to change America for generations. That's why they love him. Yeah. So we can change how the police do. Your ass still going to have to go to court when they pin whip you. So the judges are the one that's going to get you next. So the whole system has to be restructured from the beginning, right now. We need an order. We need something. We need Donald Trump's name just like it was on that fucking check. We need it on an executive order before the election. And we'll vote for you, homie. We'll put you in. You, Joe Biden, it don't make no fucking difference. Really. We for who has a black agenda and who's going to put it in order before the election. We don't believe in promises. We need that shit forthwith. That's court language, so they know what I'm talking about. Forthwith, up front, run that shit. That's what we want. We want our reparations now. We're not asking for no handout. Some dummy got on the mic last night and said
$10?
I was the person that got on the mic and said, hell
Was that
no.
you? We were
Hell
okay.
no.
Check this out. We've been talking about that all night. So anyone's tuned in, you'll appreciate. We've been talking about this. What a clown show that was. New York Post posted that video online this morning. I checked it out, and that was what the takeaway they got from the speeches.
They posted me saying hell no.
They didn't get that. And that's why I was thinking about it. I was like, I can't believe the fact they're taking these little snippets of idiots that are coming out here saying Venmo a black man $10 before you leave here if you're white.
Right.
And I'll remember your face.
And since y'all got media and y'all listening, it is up to y'all to flood the New York Post with whatever fucking kind of emoji that mean you a lying sack of shit. Or post a whole video of a black man coming up right after that saying hell no.
What we did do was we grabbed the moderator of the event down here, the Native American fella, and he got on there and mentioned, he was like, and then a gentleman did come on mic right afterwards, made sure that some of the feelings from the African Americans in the crowd were known about how they felt about that situation.
Damn right, nobody looking for no handout. And what the fuck $10 gonna do? My mama's from Birmingham, Alabama. She got her ass beat to go to school. And I talked to him after that, and he tried to explain to me what his reasoning was, and I let him know politely, and he kept trying to explain, so I had to tell him in a street way, you'll get your ass beat if you say that in the wrong place.
But, hey, you said something just now that I love, though, right? You get your ass beat if you said that in the wrong place. This is the right place, though, right? This is exactly the place in the right situation to share your views, no matter how asinine and ridiculous they might be. At least you can get your voice out there and be heard, right? But
this is what I'll say. If you plan to speak on behalf of black people, I don't speak on behalf of all black people.
Nor do I speak on behalf of all white people.
You know what I mean? If you plan to speak on behalf of black people, you should at least have a black friend standing next to you co-signing, at least saying, that motherfucker said something that made sense to me, y'all.
You can get the nod?
You know what I'm saying? But that's what I try to explain to him.
You said you should have somebody black saying it. That's like saying
on Facebook, fuck with
me.
This is me organically. I'm just me.
He said that's like, but I got a best friend that's black, so I can say what I'm saying.
I remember you.
From last night?
No. I met you 2 years ago in, what's that place where the reggae band be playing? Ferry on them. You was with a brother.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all standing outside? Bro, my memory is incredible.
Get out of here, man. That's amazing. Damn. I do have a big face. Yeah, you can't lie that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite places out there.
Yeah.
They had a trip hop acid DJ shit.
Yes, yes.
They just do all kind of shit. I forget the name of it right now.
I can't. It's blown past me too.
Out in, yeah.
That direction.
Yeah, that way. Some shit, you know?
Yeah, there you go. Like Fremont or Ballard, right?
Fremont.
Yeah, there it is.
Fremont.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
That's where I remember.
We're in the same spot
you
now.
And your partner, he had like a little rough afro type thing. Mad personality.
I don't know if he wants to carry it as a rough afro, but definitely wasn't legit.
His fro was popping. It was popping, King.
Man, this is great. This is exactly the conversation I was hoping to have right now, man, because we've had a lot of chats with people, and you said something just earlier about reparations now, and that's a theme that we've had. A couple people that we talked about. That's exactly what we're saying up there too.
November.
Yeah.
We don't believe in your promises. Your word is not good.
Yeah.
Your word is not good. Joe Biden. This is what I say about Joe Biden. Though. Okay, he wrote the crime bill, but let me say this. When Obama took office, the first thing he did was lower federal taxes. The first thing every state did was raise taxes. That's similar to what happened when Biden wrote the crime bill.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fucked up. But the subsequent actions around that is what really fucked people up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, dude is dude. He's an 80-year-old white dude. He believes what he believes. You know what I'm saying? But at least he didn't put himself out there on the ledge where we have to hold him accountable to some level of morality.
Absolutely.
But if he don't pick a black woman for vice president, like, what's the difference?
Sure. Who are your thoughts on that?
What's the difference? I like Stacey Abrams.
Okay.
I like Val Demings. I'm not a huge Kamala Harris fan, but she's smart and she's savvy.
Yep.
And you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And she's, I'll just leave it at that. For me.
That's good. Cliffhanger
personally,
there. The
you know what I'm saying? I like them. So I think those are great choices.
Yeah.
I wish Michelle would come make a late push. Like, fuck it, you'll win it in the landslide. You know, why not? You know, Michelle Obama, come get that easy money. Just jump into the presidential race right now. It'll be over. You know what I'm saying?
Mo, come on in.
Landslide.
You heard it.
Like, come on now, your people are calling. And you owe us. You know why? Because when Obama was in office, along with creating a law for gay Americans, he should have drafted, at least if it was symbolically, a new civil rights bill. You have to move the goalposts. You're the first black president.
Yeah.
You see how fucking nuts they went. You had 8 years. In your last 4 years, you should have said, I'm going to at least draft a new civil rights bill, or I'm going to write that executive order saying slavery and everything did undue harm, something that they can't undo. But he didn't do that, so I'm disappointed in that, you know, because we have to have the goalposts move. So right now, this is moving the goalposts.
Right.
And when I spoke up here the other day, this is what I said about Seattle. It's so unique to the world. And this is what I said about our allies out here. If anybody's seen the documentary of FUBU, you know Seattle is what FUBU became big. FUBU was going to go bankrupt, and then white kids in Seattle, my age group, started buying FUBU and selling FUBU out, and that's how Damon John and FUBU made it. We need that same support from y'all in our black American businesses now and our financing, our black American banks, schools, trades. Demand the school curriculum be accurate to the times. No more of that whitewash history. You know, no more. Accurate to the times, no matter how unpleasant. With our allies, we're gonna have conversations that aren't pleasant. Like, all of us have stereotypes. It's okay. Let's talk about that, get that out the way and say, okay, well, that's not true, that's not true. How do we move the goalposts? How can I help? To our allies, this is how you can help in your job. This is what I've been telling everybody. This is very important. Whatever you do at your job, all we need is a way in. They don't want us in. So here's what you do. You go to somebody who you know does a good job, who shows up on time, work hard, got a good work ethic, and you say, psst, 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 psst. This is how you get in the door. Psst, 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 psst. Don't trust this motherfucker. Psst, 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 psst. Don't tell on me. Psst, 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 psst. This is how you get to leadership. Psst, 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 psst. That's what you do. Because the revolution will not be televised. It will be silently moved through each one of our mouth to mouth, word of mouth. Each one teach one. So when you hear a door, you got a door open, bring somebody in. You hear that bullshit that we don't hear, let us know about it. Man, you know what I'm saying?
You're preaching exactly my views on the way we need to approach our youth.
Yeah.
The same thing we need to approach to climb on that ladder.
Yeah.
And it's all about, I think it's all about a legacy reach back. We got to go ahead and educate ourselves and educate those behind us. And if you can't find a mentor, be a mentor. Right. And I think you hold yourself to a higher standard. If you want to learn something, like, teach it. You know what I mean? Go ahead and step in. Hold yourself accountable to a higher standard.
This is what I got to say. I'm in my 40s, and this is what I got to say for my age group in our 90s rap. We dropped the ball with this younger generation here. We bullshit. We lived the carefree, get money, so we got money. We did the business thing, whatever. But all that carefree bullshit, say whatever you want, you know what I mean? Put down whoever you want to, that's bullshit. That's bullshit.
Yeah.
And anybody still acting like that's okay today and still trying to be conscious at the same time, fuck you. Because you're not helping us. That's bullshit.
Somebody asked, what do you think about the NASCAR driver that quit over the Confederate flag?
I think he was a loser anyway.
Yeah, he didn't win. Did he even race? I think
he looked good gone and put somebody black in his spot.
I think NASCAR even said they didn't know who he was.
Right. I'll say put somebody black in his spot.
There you go. Yeah.
Don't mention him. Don't mention his name again.
Because, like, just quit and they just label him as that. You know?
He was trying to get attention because he's a loser.
He
was trying to build his Facebook because his racing career was going the way of
He was trying to be YouTube famous.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, he wanted exactly.
Yeah.
He wanted to be YouTube famous. He wanted to be a celebritant now, you know, because
a
he's not a good driver.
I like that term. He said celebritant. I like that.
Because he's not a good driver. So he looked good gone, put somebody black in his spot.
There you go.
You know?
Oh, man, hey, I got to ask you, are they still going to be on mic tonight? Do you know?
I don't know. I think they may be done with the mic. Yeah, the mic was hot earlier. I would suggest everybody is Saturday night, party up, man. Turn the music up, have a good time. Because the police are coming back soon. Like, the fight is about to be back on again. Like, let's not. This is what's happening up here. I've worked on Capitol Hill for years. I worked for Sound Mental Health as a counselor. I have keys to most of these buildings. I know most of the people that sleep outside out here. This is what happened on Capitol Hill. And I got asked this in my interview. My boss said, how are you going to be able to deal with working on Capitol Hill when people won't even look you in your eye?
People want to follow you. They're asking for your name.
We've been making eye contact
She
for like
looked
the
you in the
last
eye.
2 days. Like,
Oh, okay.
Rich Thought on Facebook. My picture is some red, white, and green and yellow lips. A painting. It's bad. Rich Thought. You can hit me up on Facebook. Yep. I'm trying to meet people and connect because I don't think I know everything.
Yeah.
I think I've been through enough of fighting the system. I'm a single parent. My daughter's 23 in the Army now. I got custody before she was 1, and I had to fight the system through the restraining order system, the anti-harassment order system, to keep my daughter. Because after she couldn't win in family court, Washington's anti-harassment order law allows anybody to say anything they want to you about you, and for 2 weeks, whatever you claim is true. So I had to learn how to turn that around and make that person come prove it the next day, because every time it was for her trying to take custody of my daughter. But my daughter's 23 in the Army now, so everything comes out in the wash. So everything's been validated. What I'm saying is true. I'm not no whiny ass man. But that shit still stick on my name. So you see how much detail I talk in? Yeah. You know why I talk in detail like that?
You're a poet, man.
Because I'm a narrative. No, I'm a narrative. Yeah. I've been to go to court so many times to keep custody of my daughter. 13 years straight I went to court to keep custody of my daughter. I've never had a lawyer. My life has been investigated. I'm a narrative. She could say anything about me. I had to prove it wasn't true. So I always say this. You can fact check me at the end of every sentence I say. I'm okay with that. The problem is when you have to hold other people accountable to that. Go ahead.
Can I ask you what the spelling of your last name is?
Oh, Thought. Thought. Yeah, like Black Thought is Rich Thought, but I wasn't even thinking like that. Somebody gave me the name Original.
Yeah.
So my spoken word name is Original Thoughts. My business name is Original Concepts. I ain't gonna tell you what I do. But I'm in infrastructure. I don't have an Instagram, but you get me on Facebook. Rich Thought. Rich Thought. Red, white, and green, yellow lips. Yep. The painting. It's a fresh painting by this artist named Davina. She's out here in Seattle. She's bananas. Support black business. Davina. Daveena. When I saw that painting, she was charging $80, and I'm frugal. Because I'm a business owner.
I'm frugal. He didn't want to say I'm cheap as hell.
You know what I mean?
He's frugal.
I'm
That's the
single,
good
so
one.
I'm not cheap, lady.
Somebody asked if you think Trump is giving a voice to racists in the country.
Well, they already had a voice. Like, they've been killing us. Trump is seeing how far they can go. Trump is testing the limits. The next one is going to be more clever and more devious than Trump. Stephen Miller. You know what I'm saying? So Trump is that test dummy. They don't give a fuck about him. Trump is just the one that would go out there and say anything. He's damn near 80. That's why we shouldn't have a president who's over 60 any fucking more. Because once you get over a certain age, you don't give a damn about life no more. You're just going to say what the hell you want, do what the hell you want, pay off your old debts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm cruise control.
And that's what he's doing. You know, he's clearly an agent. He's clearly compromised. This is all you have to know about Trump. And anybody that works in mental health or anything where you have to study body language, watch tape of his body language next to everybody in the world and watch tape of his body language next to Putin. That'll tell you everything you need to know. He's scared to death of that motherfucker. He don't smile. He don't make a straight face. He don't make a move. He is stiff as a board whenever he's around him.
Yeah.
He's scared to shitless of him. That man would probably slap the piss out of him privately.
That's why I like to stand like this. Let everybody know I'm cool.
Right.
I'm cool.
That man would probably slap. He looked like, in real life, that man would probably slap the living piss out of Donald Trump in real life.
I wonder what would happen. They turn the cameras off with some of these situations. Like, you guys got problems? We're going to step out the room for a minute.
He was a coward, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? But no, really, look at tape of him next to anybody in this world. And look at tape of him standing next to Putin, and you will see exactly what I'm saying is true. He is scared to, he's not only like, respect, he is scared to death of him. Like you a street cat. Yeah. Like somebody that slapped the piss out of him.
Yeah, he knows how to maintain his range. He just has someone behind him do this one. It's 6 feet. He said the social distancing is safety because of COVID.
Because he got too close to
Yeah. It's explosive like that.
What do you think about what will solve black on black crime?
Black on black crime. Well,
we're unpacking it right now.
Okay.
Yeah, we're unpacking
What
it.
will solve that?
That's
This is
good.
what will solve that. Supporting black businesses, supporting black infrastructure. You hurt those, you harm those who are you closest to. White on white crime. We're in the whitest city in America. Okay, I'm trademarking this right now, okay? I call Seattle White Atlanta. Because just like every black person is running to Atlanta, every white person want to run to Seattle.
Call it White Atlanta.
This is White Atlanta.
And I'm from Georgia originally, so it's not funny, and I ended up in Seattle.
And every white person, go watch every movie.
Stop.
When a white person need to go find themselves, they going to visit their sister in Seattle, goddamn, and open a bakery or some shit.
I immediately I want a bagel. I'm not gonna lie. I was just,
What's the Tom Hanks movie? You got served or whatever, mail.
You got served?
You got mail. Most Def, 16 blocks. Where was he going?
Yeah, okay. Well, he was trying.
Talib was always out here. You know what I mean?
He was trying.
White Atlanta.
White Atlanta.
I'm trademarking that.
I was
That's
gonna say
an
that.
original thought.
Hey, he's got TM right here. Got
That's an
TM.
original thought. You know what I'm saying? No, what will solve black on black crime is economic prosperity. You harm those who you are closest to. If you are herded and hoarded into a place, an area, you're hoarded into this place. If you step outside that place, everybody around you look at you like you don't belong, even though you pay the same taxes. Even your skin folk sometimes look like you don't belong, because ultimately everything in America is about economy. But the micro of it is, or the macro, whichever is the smaller, let's get down to the race, because that's the easiest way to divide people. That's the easiest way to separate, you know what I'm saying? So the black on black crime will be solved by the same opportunities everybody else have. We're the only people that's been enslaved. So if you feel there's a black on black crime, then we were made to fight each other just to live. We're made to fight each other in hopes that our sister or our wife wouldn't be fucked by every white man on the farm that night. The reality of it all. Why do they believe, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, you hit one of the things, not that I want to speak on a level that I could never even truly understand, but one of the things that we found in this and everything else is the education factor, right? Like, they want to divide and separate, and the more they can keep people from communicating with one another, the better they can divide and take over and conquer, right?
If you tell the dumbest white man...
Somebody asked, what's your message to black youth?
My message to black youth?
Yeah.
But hold on, real fast, what were you going to say about the dumbest white man?
Oh, they say if you tell the dumbest white man and take him and convince him that he's better than the best black man, and that's how you have this situation right now. You got motherfuckers who don't got a work ethic who tell you ain't no privilege. Ain't no privilege. But damn it, I should have that over you. Why? You lazy as fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You on meth or whatever the fuck you on? Like, I was drug alcohol counselor at Toma Detox for a while. I went to mental health because all the money from the federal government went. I stay in Seattle because it got a good economy. I ain't gonna live nowhere that got no bad economy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I suggest that for the youth as well. But educate yourself on entrepreneurship from the beginning. Learn how to be a leader that can follow, and learn how to be a leader that can lead. You know what I'm saying? That's what you do. Don't paint yourself into a box, and don't let nobody else paint you into a box. And don't let nobody put you into a box. And if you feel a motherfucker gonna kill you, you kill them, and it don't matter what the fuck outfit they wearing.
Self-preservation, yeah?
If you feel like a motherfucker gonna kill you, you kill them, and it don't matter what outfit they have on, because outfits don't come with discernment. That's how you gonna survive in America. Legally strap up. When you turn 18, go get a gun. Before you turn 18, go talk to your mom and daddy, tell them you wanna learn how to shoot gun. Learn how to grow food. Learn how to enjoy books and reading. You know what I'm saying? Learn how to lift each other up. Male, female. Learn how to work with your allies. Allies learn how to work with us. Say hi to us on the street. Not everybody. Everybody ain't cool.
Let me ask you, today, in the current culture, everything going on, icons for black youth. Who would you say they could look at and lean on?
Your parents.
Say it again?
Your parents.
Okay.
The motherfucker that clothes you, feeds you, bathes you. If they ain't good enough, look at a person who care about your life. Somebody who can benefit your life without you benefiting them. That's who you care about. Absolutely. That's who you learn from. Somebody who has something for your life. It may not feel good, but you know in your head you had that inner thought. That's probably good for you, no matter who the source is from. You know what I'm saying? Use your inner judgment, trust your inner instinct, but look up to your mama and your daddy. Look up to your friends that got motivation and drive. Y'all look up to each other and tell each other that. Support each other. Look up to your sisters. Look up to your brothers. Look up to the men in your community that get a bad look, but you know they solid. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The ones that you know if something go wrong, who the fuck house you gonna run to first? No matter what everybody think about them. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Look up to them men who ask your father, if you have a strained relationship with your father, why he's not there. Ask your mother to have a real conversation. I'm a single father. I wasn't a single father for no fucking reason. Everybody got to look at the mirror at them fucking selves right now. You know what I'm saying? Men, women. You have to look at yourself too. Ain't no dude just running away from no good-ass woman when he got a peaceful home. Ain't no man abandoning his kids when everything is peaceful at home. Kids don't give a fuck about child support. My baby's mother ain't gave me $5 in my daughter's life. She 23. And my daughter still see her mother. She used to love her mother. So get past all that bullshit. Child support, welfare, all that shit was meant to take the man out of the home. Because when you take the man out of the home, you take the head out of the home. That's not no old school way of thinking. In everything, there has to be a hierarchy or there won't be any success. It's not saying you're less than. If you are love and everything else, then I'm gruff, rough, and everything it takes to survive. You gotta love that like I gotta love you. You need to learn to love me like I need to learn to love you.
Absolutely.
You can't just cook and clean and give me what you want to give and tell me I'm giving enough, because I might want more from you just like you want more from me. Men are conditioned to provide for their women. We love to provide for you. But you can't live off June Cleaver's word. You need to be June Cleaver then if you want to be treated like that.
There's a couple of the references I'm sure you could have thrown out for that one too.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. You said one thing, the word that kept coming up was home and home. And it starts there, right? Like all of this on the street is fine, but it has to go home.
It starts at home. When you leave, it starts in everybody's home. Every ally out here, talk to your neighbors. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you know somebody's race is in a position of power, quietly get their ass out if you can. Don't let them maintain power. You take their position and do something good with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Be a team. You know, and move in silence. The revolution will not be televised, only the parts that need to be. You know what I'm saying? But that's what you can do. If you got a daycare, then take in working children. Try to see if you can extend your hours so you can do some overnight, because a lot of black women are CNAs and stuff like that. A lot of black men have to have jobs where they got to work third shift where they need that child care. Look out for single fathers, man. It's hard for us out here. Nobody give a fuck about us.
Yeah.
Especially single father of a daughter. It's hard out here. You got to worry about her. You got to worry about girls wanting your girl. You got to worry about dudes wanting your girl. You know what I'm saying?
I know exactly what you're saying.
Like, it's crazy out here. You know
I've seen a lot of daughters walking around here.
And you don't get no benefit, you know, single father. You're not looking for no handout, but you don't get no benefits. You don't get houses. HUD don't build shit for you. They just don't.
It's like you said before, because you've got female minority as it works out, so you're not really focused on there's also this situation where you got men in a position of parenthood that are trying to maintain their prodigy and make sure that everything is...
You got it, and when the system is built around the anti-harassment order law where somebody can write anything about you, you got to go to court constantly. How are you going to keep a job? You trying to fight to go to court to keep your kid. Your name is being attacked. You got to deal with that. You're being investigated. Your co-workers are being talked to about you. The owner, you know what I mean, your company you work for, your daycare. So I've been investigated by everybody and their damn mama, who probably don't even raise their kid half as good as I raised mine.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's fucking humiliating. That's the anti-harassment order law in Washington that harms men.
And that's all just to throw shade on you. They're just trying to...
And it stays with you for life, whether you win or lose. Once it's filed on your name, it's on your name. It never goes anywhere. For her, there's no repercussions for her lying 13 straight times on court documentation. You know what I'm saying? But she was fighting to get her daughter, who I never kept from her. So that's the thing of the court, how they whip you. It's not just stepping on your neck. They also whip you with the pen.
All it takes to defame an individual is to allegedly be accused. To be alleged.
That's it.
He
That's
allegedly.
What Trump tries to do. He tried to. And you know what? We got to call out the media for that.
That's a lot of what we're trying to do right now. It's called the media out on what's happening.
That's bullshit to even keep broadcasting Donald Trump and his lies. Twitter, fuck you. Everybody should abandon Twitter. There'll be a new platform tomorrow. There's one now. Find it and abandon Twitter. How can he go over there and spread lies and try to induce trauma throughout communities?
What do you think about what Trump's been saying on Twitter about taking back Seattle and about Inslee?
He's a coward. He's speaking from a cowardice perspective. He's not going to do nothing. He wants to send a military out, which America, we have to change our laws. How can somebody who ran from their military duty then lead the military? How can somebody who filed 6 bankruptcies have access to all the money? Something is going on. We heard that loud boom. And I watched like 30 different people run that way, medical. Well, earlier it was firecrackers, so I don't know.
Oh, it was firecrackers? We were wondering. I thought it was just someone like revving their car up or something.
No, I think it was firecrackers earlier. Right now, I don't know what that was, but ain't nothing been happening out here though.
No, it's been...
other than that, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, as far as like Trump go, we know what he is. The media is bullshit for continue to broadcast him, period. Like Twitter is bullshit for continuing to let him have a platform you won't let other people have.
Yeah.
So that means Twitter must have racist intent because Twitter is committing trauma against black Americans and other Americans, Joe Scarborough and everybody else as well, by letting him go on that. Yep. So we need to all go on Twitter. Somebody on here, y'all young, y'all know the new thing. Fuck Twitter. This is what this movement is about. Fuck what your name is and how you done built your, if you done built your name shitting on black people, fuck you. We don't need you. Like, that's what you don't understand. There's motherfuckers in the hoods that motherfucking is learning how to, Cameron said he about to start making fucking toilet paper. So we don't need motherfucking Angel Soft no more, because you know Angel Soft ain't shit. General Mills or General Brands or whatever, they ain't shit either. The motherfuckers who make toilet paper, they ain't shit. Fuck them. You know what I'm saying? Fuck Twitter. You allow Donald Trump to spread all these lies, a fucking coward who ran from his military duty. I mean, what the fuck? A pedophile who looked at a 10-year-old girl and thought about going on a date. You want to date somebody, you want to fuck.
That's coming from a dad's perspective too.
You're damn right. I would have slapped the living shit out of him. Man, listen.
He would have put those Putin hands on him.
Any father should have.
Yeah.
So I have a problem with every father that stood there and laughed and giggled, and every father that now. And I question people about that specifically on my Facebook and everything. I specifically asked that question. So if Donald Trump looked at your 10-year-old and said he wanted to go on a date, you'll be okay with that? And they all just, oh, so you wouldn't mind him fucking your daughter? And they usually don't answer.
Well, yes. That's one of those unspokens. It should be, right? Well, I mean, no, of course not. But
you know what I mean? But you co-sign it, so you must.
Well,
because we don't co-sign things that we disagree with.
Okay, talk a little about that, about co-signing on things. I mean, how do you, what's your platform on that? When it comes down to, I mean, a lot of people say that if you don't say something, basically you're pacifying it. If you don't speak out against something, that you're...
Silence is violence.
Silence, there you go, okay.
How you doing, bro? That's culpability. Silence is culpability.
Culpability, that's the term I was
Think about it like if you're with somebody and they commit a crime and the police know you're there, wouldn't they jail you for not telling on that person?
Absolutely.
It's the same thing with them.
Obstruction of justice.
Obstruction of justice. There you go right there. So that's what the police commit constantly, obstruction of justice. That's what they committed with, what's that woman's name, that cop that harassed that Air Force veteran? That's when I think all of Black America should have got behind and came to Seattle when that Air Force veteran, because his record was spotless and clean. We couldn't say nothing. We got behind Freddie Gray, which was fucked up. And we got behind Freddie Gray, and that's what we did. But I think we should have got behind that Air Force veteran. But we're here where we're at now.
Yeah.
We're in the streets of Seattle. We have the opportunity to take these 6 blocks here and create Black structure. The financial infrastructure is in Seattle to do it. Our allies say they're willing to work with us. I tell people to go open up a bank account with One United Bank. That's the one black bank I know in the country right now. I know there's 21 others. The rest are slipping my mind right now. You can Google and find out. But the way to really help Black America is help support our businesses. If you are in tech, if you are in something, teach somebody. Teach somebody how to walk through the licensing process. If you are in licensing, help somebody walk through that red tape. That's where a lot of it is. If you are in finance, help somebody get to the point where they can get that business loan. Help an entrepreneur who you see has the motivation and energy and everything else, but they just don't have they don't know how to put the words together properly. They need a little bit of help with the finance, and that's where you can help out at. Help us build our own infrastructure, not so we can take over, so we can truly be equal. And then a truly equal America is a truly prosperous America. And we got a lot to do because this Russian fool we got in the office that sold us down the river. He make us look like punks. He make us look stupid for voting for him. If we vote for him again, we're gonna get disrespected, and then we're probably gonna be having war on American territory, and they ain't gonna be against each other. Yeah. And that's the real of it all. Without no sugarcoating, no bullshit, all games aside, if we keep on with Donald Trump, y'all, we're gonna be fighting war on American soil because ain't nobody scared of us. The fear that existed is not there anymore. Japan already came over here once. You don't think they want get backs? You don't think we at war right now? Like really? Like coronavirus? Like all this other stuff? Trump? That's war. Trump is for Russia. We had Russian planes landing on American soil bringing in aid for this coronavirus. What the fuck? When did we ever go get shit from Russia? And as far as him, Mr. America, he don't even like American women. He don't like American pussy. Oh, I'm sorry.
I don't know if my mom's watching. I'm not allowed to speak to that fact.
I apologize. But he don't even like American women. He had steel brought in 1988 for a building he was trying to build from China. And anybody who's a union member, I work in infrastructure, like you can't bring in steel from China. Like that's, and have federal money attached to it, you know? So let me get back to some of that because we want to hit right here home. Jenny Dirk and Jay Inslee. Before this area is taken back, we want an executive order stating the undue harm that you did to black Americans. We want something from the Seattle police saying that you have treated black Americans unfairly from having even a black cop. We don't give a fuck. You shouldn't have punched that black girl in her face. I want to smack the shit out of him to this day. You know what I mean? This is one of what I say, can I give a message to our street gangsters?
Yeah, absolutely.
A real message?
Yeah.
I can speak real shit?
Yes.
I can speak real shit.
If you don't, I'd be confused right now.
I can speak real shit.
If you don't, I'm going to be upset.
Right. This is to our gangsters worldwide, everywhere, everybody. We need a Charles Bronson, okay? We need somebody that every time one of these cops kills somebody, they get touched immediately. Because if they start getting touched immediately, that's another way that these killings will stop. If they start getting touched. Why the fuck is George Zimmerman still alive? I'm talking to my gangsters right now. I'm talking directly to my gangsters, my street niggas, my killers. You need to redirect your motherfucking mission. Why the fuck ain't you in Auburn going after them militias? Why the fuck ain't you in them mountains, goddamn, going after them motherfuckers who got 30 guns each for your motherfucking ass? Why the fuck are you shooting each other and killing each other over some dumb shit? It don't make no sense. So our street gangsters worldwide, ain't no more no-fly zones for Negroes. We go wherever the fuck we want to, and we get love from each other, and we give each other love. Every fucking where we go, I don't give a fuck what your color is. Your color is black, nigga. Your color is black, nigga. That's what your color is, nigga. It's black. And if you a killer, kill the right people. You don't let these motherfuckers keep going unchecked. I don't give a fuck what their motherfucking uniform is. If you say you're a killer, you better not raise your gun to another black man. If y'all got a problem, fight that shit out and everybody live. And I stand here telling you, and I feel betrayed in this moment that I'm standing here telling you this. Very betrayed. In this moment, I'm telling you this. By my people. But my mission is bigger than them. My mission is bigger than my personal feelings right now. Your mission has to be bigger than your personal feeling. I'm talking to my street gangsters worldwide. If you are related to a so-called gangster, it's time to check them motherfuckers. If they sleeping on your couch, it's time to put them out. Unless they gonna be our gangsters. Y'all need to be gangsters for us. If a cop kills somebody, them cops in Georgia, they just killed that dude while he's handcuffed. He had a strap on him, but he was handcuffed. So how the fuck did he still have a gun on him in handcuffs? So they're not properly doing their job, or they put that gun on him and they try to set him up to kill him and turn the body cam on, because we know they turn them on and off when they want to. So it looked like they set him up to kill him. We got gangsters, especially in Georgia. We got GDs, we got folks, we got disciples, we got Crips, Bloods. I expect to see a headline and them motherfuckers ain't around tomorrow. What the fuck happened to Darren Wilson? Got millions, because this is what these cops get. You know what they get for killing people? They get a robust GoFundMe account. They become 100,000aires and millionaires within 24 hours. That's the bounty on black faces. It's now on Cash App. It's now on Venmo. It's now on GoFundMe. That's the new wanted poster. So gangsters. Gangsters. My motherfucking gangsters. We sick of y'all bullshit. Fuck them. Fuck you. Want to be something better. Like really. Aspire to be something better than that. And I'm not speaking negative to my gangsters like that. But if that's your lifestyle, then you need to redirect your energy away from killing Negroes. Because it don't make no sense. The sadness of it all is I was in a rally in Tacoma a weekend or two ago, driving around with some young kids rallying in Tacoma, and two brothers killed them motherfucking selves that night. in a fucking shootout the first night you allowed out of quarantine. That dumb shit gotta stop. The dumb shit gotta stop. So our gangsters, I need you to go after these militias. I need y'all to show up at every Trump rally that come. Every time Trump show up in a town, I expect every GD, every Blood, every Crip, every Folk, every wannabe, whatever the fuck you call yourself, to lock arms, get locked and loaded, and show up at that motherfucking rally. And turn it into that Texas cafe if y'all have to. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about nobody who don't give a fuck about me. It's not all peace and benevolence. If you read the Bible, you know everybody had to go to war. Anytime God promised you something, he made you go to war to get it. That's what the Bible's about. They ain't no fucking docility. You go to war for what you want. And right now the war is financial, political. But if our gangsters, they like to pull them triggers, we need y'all to start laying them motherfucking cops down. Cause y'all can help end this shit real quick. Cause if them motherfuckers know they gonna get touched at home, there won't be no more killing unarmed black people. That's the real of it. That's what I need from every last one of my gangsters in America. My gangsters in Cleveland, my gangsters in Atlanta, my gangsters in Detroit. We ain't no fly zone in each other no more. We no fly zone in militias. We no fly zone in Trump rallies. Make his motherfucking stands be empty. Show up. Show up at where they check in at, everybody, armed to the T. Show up. Don't even let him get the words out his mouth. That's what I learned fighting in court to keep my daughter. I'm not even gonna let you get the lie out your goddamn mouth. That's how I fight it. So that's how we fight. Show up at that rally strapped to the hill. Them motherfuckers stand out there and then they go their motherfucking asses home.
Well, there you go, man. Damn. That's as real as it gets right there.
That's the real shit, man. I appreciate you.
Man, I appreciate you,
I remember
man.
you that night, man. Y'all showed me much love. Y'all was
Yeah.
happy. And,
Yeah.
Do you have any advice for CJ before we take out?
Man, he doing his thing, man. I appreciate what you doing, man. You media. You got that ear. Talk to solid cats.
Yeah.
Talk to solid women. You know what I mean? Like, the ones who got a plan.
Yeah.
Who got a real plan and who's ready to work with other people to put that plan in motion. How you doing, bro?
Yeah.
Talk to those people. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And that's what you do. You know, to get in them rooms, to teach somebody else how to, mentor somebody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, reach out, man. Shit, teach me some shit. Take my info for real.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, no, you're locked in.
Real.
You're locked
Hit
in.
me up, bro, because I want to
Oh,
chat with
absolutely.
you about some shit. You know what I mean?
No,
Like,
I would love to sit
camera,
down with you, man. Absolutely.
Everything, because one thing I do is I bring cats out here from Ohio and I get them to Union and send them back to Ohio because you can't get in Union. Seattle's a very unique place in the country.
It is.
Like, for business and everything.
Absolutely.
And if you're from here, you might not realize how unique and where your greatness can be.
Yeah.
But the whole country is looking. June 19th, we want everybody down here on Capitol Hill. We don't know exactly what the fuck we're gonna do, but June 19th, Juneteenth, come celebrate us. Come celebrate with us and show the whole motherfucking world what it's gonna be. We're gonna come up with something. We're gonna do a flash mob or something. You know what I mean? But come down, everybody, June 19th, Juneteenth. Let's make it large, worldwide. Make it go viral. Make Trump talk about it. You know what I mean? Let's talk about him so bad that he run to the bunker. You know what I mean?
Yeah, blow Twitter up so it shuts
Let's
Twitter
hold
up.
Jenny Durkin and Jay Inslee accountable on June 19th for action that day. Let's hold the police accountable that day. If they don't, you know what we're gonna do that day? We all gonna march out of these motherfucking boundaries and we're gonna take over the whole city.
There you heard it.
Peacefully. We ain't
Peacefully.
gonna loot nothing because black people ain't about stealing and looting, not the real ones.
Right.
We don't know George Floyd. We don't know that he would want us to steal in his name.
No.
My
No.
daddy wouldn't want you stealing in my name. My daddy wouldn't want me lying in his name. You
Nope.
know what I mean?
Nope.
So we don't do that shit in people's name.
Absolutely.
But by June 19th, on Juneteenth, we want everybody down here, every soul, every energy, everybody. Come down here. Let's go worldwide in Seattle.
Let's do it.
If they don't show up here in these blocks, confines, we're gonna spread out and we're gonna take over the whole city. And then this is what I really suppose. Now the market is opening back up, this is what I really want to do. When everything is open up, whatever the greatest financial center is in this state, that in this area, that is not positive for black people, we want to surround that motherfucker. Lock arms, or social distance, but we want to surround it so nobody can get in and out of it. We want to financially disrupt things. That's what we have to do. Financial disruptions beyond that. They come back and they want this area back, we take another area. They can't, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I heard that. I mean, that's what a lot of people I talked to in Bellevue were saying when they were talking about a lot of the damage and the destruction that happened there. Was they were trying to shake up the spending of the people. They were trying to like make
but you do that during the daylight when they trying to go and spend their money. You make it difficult for them to go pay their light bill. You know what I mean? Them rates are ridiculous for lights out here. We got the highest gas tax in the country. I propose this area right here, this 6-block zone, I call it cool zone, collective obligated leaders. This be a tax-free zone, a sales tax-free zone. So that way street vendors, just like in New York, vendors can sell their wares out here. It'll be kind of like a bazaar.
Yeah.
You'll still get his tax money because you'll still be paying taxes everywhere except for this zone right here.
Right.
This zone is dedicated to black financial stability, entrepreneurship. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So no taxes within this zone right here, with the CHAZ zone, whatever it's called right now.
Right.
That's one thing we demand. No taxes within this zone. That way it'll be like New York, where you can have vendors up here selling their wares. You can order your stuff in bulk off Amazon, whatever, and you can sell your things and this and that and other.
Absolutely.
Just in this zone. You know what I'm saying?
I agree. Yeah,
And
no.
that's how you start to financially change, and that's something they can enact right away.
Yeah.
They can make this a tax-free zone for sales tax right away. They do that, come down here, sell your clothes, sell your purses, sell whatever the hell you need to, in a peaceful, friendly environment where these streets will look like this for the people.
I love it.
Much respect to
Oh
you
my
guys,
man. This has been incredible.
Much respect,
It's been
man.
incredible.
Bro, definitely hit me up.
I do. Hey, I'll give you my number real quick, man. Shoot me a text.
Man.
All right.
Oh, message.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can shoot me an email either way. Yeah, that's good. Or you can want to throw my number
it's
there?
gonna be a text, yeah.
All right, 206-794-4612.
And what was his name again? I'm sorry.
That's Brandon. I'm CJ.
CJ, yep.
Yep. There we go.
Boom.
Nice.
That's it, man.
Hey,
Definitely appreciate
man,
you, man.
it's been
Much
incredible.
respect.
It's
If
incredible.
You know, some gangsters, man, like some real ones, man. Tell them I want to sit down and talk to them.
Yes, I mean, I would.
I'm saying, you know,
No,
off camera.
Yeah, right.
Y'all didn't hear me.
I don't know. I don't know any such characters.
You too, man. I appreciate you guys, man. Peace
Yeah.
and blessings.
All right, we'll talk. We'll catch up. I'll follow up with you for real. I will.
The man said it.
That was incredible. I mean,
I like the first part.
he had some, okay, the beauty part about this, people, is that that's the beauty part about this. It's all about expression and the opportunity to say what you feel. I can't speak to the gangsters of the world. That's his feelings. That's his view. That's.
So is he inciting violence on cops and Trump supporters then?
I'm not going to speak for him. You know what? He gave his information. I would recommend you go check his site out. I would recommend you go check out. He's a poet. He's got his own things. He's involved in the city. I would recommend checking out his stuff. You can rewind the tape on this broadcast and you can see what he had to say. I'm not going to put words in his mouth. I think he said everything he said exactly how he wanted to say it, and I think it was an incredible opportunity for us to hear his viewpoint. And it's great that he was a part of that last night. When we were talking about that Venmo $10 situation was ridiculous. We had someone that was, and he was the gentleman who stepped in and said, "That's ridiculous. F that. We're not doing that. That's just ridiculous." Exactly. So yeah, no, that was great. That was great. And I would recommend anybody who got his information, follow up with them. That's what we need to do. We need to help support situations like this right here with gentlemen like that. Yeah. Great.
That was some crazy stuff, though. That's for sure.
He had some thoughts, man. He had some real.
A lot of good stuff to say. That's for sure.
Great stuff to say, man. He had some incredible stuff to say. And then, yeah, like I said, when I put up the post about this, I don't stand behind everything that's being said here. Yeah. I don't stand behind everything that's being said here, or done here, or anywhere in the world or nation as a whole. But if anything, like I said, we could be the voice, the ears, in the eyes of what is happening, and let that be said. So anyone's opinion is their opinion. Let them say it, let them speak it, let them feel it, but we need them to have that right to say so. I'm wondering what's happening over here. So here's some of the stuff that's happening in the CHOP or the CHAZ right now. You've got it's called the Interfaith. Okay.